What is up, everybody? We are back Thursday night in the house,
Hizzy.
which means it's almost Friday, which means it's almost time to get to the weekend. So, another Thursday night chat, beer drinking. Is Shani coming in tonight?
Who knows? If I had to guess, I'd say yes,
Uh-oh.
only because she was off today and she was out with her brother earlier.
Also, she might be already feeling it a
So
little bit.
a little bit probably, but she
Oh,
got to work tomorrow, so I don't know. It depends. She might come home, go to bed, but I think she might come home and jump on. So who knows? Who
y'all say,
knows? Who knows?
say a little prayer. Maybe we'll get Shannon here tonight. Mal is on the way as well. So, gonna kick it back and have fun like we always do. Hopefully, you guys are having a good week as we get ready to head into the weekend. So ready to get to the weekend as well.
Oh yeah.
And we got Erie in the house. What is
What's
up?
up,
It's been a while,
Erie?
Erie. Erie, you've been playing a new map yet? You've been jumping on Warzone yet? I know. Is Alan off the boycott? Is he not playing it, or is he playing it now? Is he back on it? Let's see. Let me
Oh,
know.
is Alan boycotting it?
He stopped playing it for a while. He got all frustrated with it.
Uh,
He gets sometimes.
he started the 10-year
I'm
defense
taking it
ass.
off. I'm taking it off. Then he puts it back on. I'm taking it off again. I
Come
never
on
get
now,
that.
just be real. You tired of the 12-year-olds, 10-year-olds beating his ass every time?
I think my two friends that are the most that like these that split personality, but like manic or whatever, like Alan and Tex, like they both get all crazy on it and stuff, which is hilarious for me to sit there and just have them doing stuff. So, but usually me and Erie usually chill. Soup's usually pretty chill, but yeah.
Well, I don't know. Erie cusses like a
But she
savage
just
playing that.
cusses. She just
But I know,
cusses
yeah.
like
I thought, but oh yeah, it's funny listening to Erie play that game. It's so funny.
you hear Alan say something. She's like, "All right, settle
Like,
down now."
yeah, because when you're playing on the game, you hear like one in the background because they're in the
Yeah.
opposite rooms or whatever. So it's freaking hilarious.
Oh, we got Alan's close down to a key every time we play with them. So yeah, we know exactly what he's going to be saying most of the time. Oh, they do act alike, right? Him between Tex and Alan, both of them, those two together. I tell you, but it's fun. It's good entertainment, good wholesome entertainment. Shout out to Simo in the house. Cheers, my friend.
Oh,
Simo, the latest member to the BeerVentures Brigade. That's the name I came up with for the members. Still kind of feeling it out, but I think that sounds kind of decent there. I don't know where we're brigading to, but I had to come up with something.
hey,
So,
doesn't matter. It's
so,
somewhere. Who knows where, but it's somewhere.
so shout out to Simo along with Trez and Aubrey as we build up the membership. And like I said, I do have some different things planned for that as well. Erie is hoping that Shannon does show up here. And if you guys haven't checked out Simo Subs, make sure to check out his channel as well. We got Craig in the house as well. Cheers, my friend.
Now,
Good to see you
guarantee
there.
if Craig were to jump on, then she would totally be here for sure.
Yeah, well, we may have to get Craig on here just to make sure she actually does
Just
jump on
because.
in, right?
Right.
Now we got EB in the house. Cheers, fellas. Cheers, my friend. I feel like his
EB.
ears were burning a little bit when we were
Yeah, I know,
talking
no
there. Like
doubt. Like
he's like, let me come on here and defend myself.
Golden flames.
And as Erie gives him a big welcome, say, "Go away, Al."
Just like they always do.
Oh yeah, that's part of my crew there. But Alan, I was asking Erie if you guys have gotten on to the new Warzone stuff. They did bring back Mondell.
There you go, Rod. Ellie,
Yeah.
lead off home run to start the game.
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking forward to seeing him play on Tuesday. Dude's a baller, man.
That dude is a beast. Like he should run track. He's so fast.
Was he like 6'10" or something? Like he's pretty tall.
He's like 6'5".
Yeah,
he runs he's the fastest time in majors.
Well, he's still home this year. Like he pulled a Jackie Robinson on him. Like
still at home and all.
When he's still home, we like
still 3 bases and like 2 pitches, and the guy's like, "What? What just happened?"
He's like, I'm here all night. Here all night. Erie said, "Cry, baby." Playing some Diablo and heard you on Erie's phone. Oh yeah. I'll probably get back on this weekend before I got to head out next week for the trip. Play a little bit of the Warzone. I did a little bit of the new maps last night, but didn't play a lot of it.
I ain't turned on my PlayStation in a minute. Like I haven't played anything for a while.
Yeah, PGA 2K23 is actually free now. So
Oh, it is.
in the PlayStation Store, yeah.
Oh,
So
damn. Okay, I'll have to get on there and download that. I do usually jump on there long enough just to see what the free games are and download them. And then
yeah, I'd actually
move
forgot about it. I
along.
was flipping through, and it was like I forgot this last week was the first Tuesday, and I was like, PGA 2K23. Okay, well, I'm going to grab that then.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I'm going to have to get that one then.
Yeah. Start listening to my convos, Alan Creeper status.
But I may have to come out of retirement for Call of Duty because I miss playing with you guys on whenever.
Come on out. Yeah.
I
like
thought I said
everybody
that
in there.
for this venture, and I never did buy it. But I might just have to.
Yeah, it's well,
all time.
lately, Erie and Super been playing Cold War, and I think Cold War is actually free on PlayStation right now too.
Oh, okay.
Or at least it was, I know. So yeah, Ellie De La Cruz. I want a few of his rookie cards, but damn, they're expensive. Oh yeah, I bet they are. They keep going up with value. Todd just said he home run tonight when he just came up there. So I'll be watching the Reds play next Tuesday, and that's the player I want to see get out there and play. And then
they got
Votto plays part of his final tour.
They got a lot of good young players, that's for sure. They need some damn pitching, knows what they need.
What are the Reds on? Fox Sports you're watching on, or is it?
Yeah, Bally Sports or whatever. No, actually, I am watching on Fox Sports, but I know they're on Bally Sports also. So I'm not really sure what the difference is because it was Fox Sports for a long time, but
just flipping through here.
I know they're on either one. Bally Sports Ohio or Fox Sports Ohio. Either one.
Are they still playing the Cubs right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like this year's been different with scheduling. Like they played like more 4-game series than they have in the past. And I don't know if that's just to cut down on traveling. I'm not really sure why, but because they've been playing the Cubs since Monday. So
sometimes I get the Cubs game stuff on here, but
that might be on Chicago station.
Well, see, on Fox they got the Astros and the Yankees playing, so on the Thursday night Fox. And there's Mal. Now I don't want y'all two getting all rowdy up here because the Reds are playing the Cubs right now. I mean, we got Chicago, we got Cincinnati represented. I don't want any fisticuffs up here.
Dude, I'm a Pirates fan.
I was gonna say she don't even like either one of those, so
okay.
Yeah, I'm a Pirates fan. We're all good.
Okay. Is Chew with Chew? Is Chew a Cubs fan or a Pirates?
He is a Detroit Tigers.
He's a Tigers fan, isn't he?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Wow. Shit.
Yeah.
He might need a new team.
Yeah.
He's been saying that since he was born, just about.
They were good when that K-Line played for him, but you know.
I mean, if you're any Detroit type fan, you might have seen a new city at that point. At this point, I mean, it's not just the Pistons in the early '90s, right? So,
yeah.
Like the bad boys. The bad boys.
Hey, Rod Todd, just sipping on a Bud Light and not a Voodoo Ranger, Hazy Imperial, just Josh, and I don't want to get my ass kicked in the local pub. JV's in the house. Cheers, JV. Work and more work. Erie, how you doing? JT's in the house. Happy Raymond Day again. It's like you can't have a Raymond Day every few months. Like it keeps coming up. Happy Raymond Day. So, the gift that keeps on giving, I guess. Same work and sleep. Cheers, DP. Come back, Todd. Shipping, fixing COD. Are they taking the powers out? Well, you still got, I don't know, you got some power. They actually added a new crazy mode called Havoc where that changes every like 30 seconds. Not a huge fan of it, but it does shit like low gravity type things where you like jump to the air. It's like, yeah, it's more Fortnite-ish and stuff in some regard. But the regular stuff seems fine to me. But I never really had issues with the lagging and stuff like that and everything. And the powers only come into play, I think, if you're doing the Battle Royale. I've been doing all this multiplayer, getting all my guns to gold level for the most part. We need a fourth Alan Quit and Eric's root. I got the perfect sound effect for Alan when he plays Call of Duty.
Shut it down. 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 Shut it down now.
That's good.
That's the inner John Taffer for when Alan is playing Call of Duty right there.
Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down now.
JV, I think it's funny. I've not quit, not complete, but it's not been fun with all the server shit, the added power. Like they want Apex, and it's just been blood, in my opinion. So yeah. And then she says, just because you suck doesn't mean you quit. Just saying. This is the fun stuff we have when we actually are.
I know. That's what I do miss that for sure.
My beer is unseeable. You can't see it.
It's Ravinia. I see that.
Yeah. It's Medusa's Lagoon Hazy IPA in accordance with the day that it is. So nice hazy with only Medusa hops in there. Tropic fruit front and earthy close, actually.
There you go. Yeah, we'll get to that.
Cheers for the day.
We'll definitely get to the day in a moment here as well.
Oh, I jumped the gun. I'm sorry.
You're all right. You're good. Guns go off sometimes. usually in a Walmart, but with the little kid holding it. But you know, Jimmy's in the house. Cheers, Jimmy. Cuff and stuff. Barbecue, my friend. Great channel. If y'all missed the thing that me and Jimmy did a few weeks ago, make sure you check that out. Make sure you check out Jimmy over on Cuff and stuff as well. Always some great things happening. JV's going great. They're busy at work, but love my job. 2 over 1 time. Yeah. Pirates fan. She must hate the name Sid Bream.
We're not going into specifics. Thank you.
I'm an LSU Tiger fan. Me, JT's in the college. JV, hey, I know complaints here. Taking it a bit easy. Well, till the kids get back in school. Yeah, got them running around. Got Ann's Arts and Crafts in the house. Cheers. Is it Ann's Art and Crafts and not Crafts? That kind of threw me off there for a second. I thought I misread that.
Crafts.
Welcome.
Well played. That's beautiful.
That's nice. That is good.
Welcome to Ann. First time, I think, here on the channel. So give her the big old welcome there as well. Vanessa, hello. We got a lot of people jumping in here trying to get through these things. I'm going to be lost in comments real quick. Vanessa's here. Vanessa, I got a beer for you, my friend. Cooking in the Mo. Cooking. What's going on? It's been a while. Great to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Y'all know Cooking in the Mo. Check her channel out as well. Says hello to Vanessa. Shark's in the house. Cheers to Shark. I guess he has time now because Shark Week's over. So, you know, you can
very true,
pop on the stuff nowadays. No problem. Cheers.
So
cheers. Another great channel.
You stopped singing the Baby Shark song long enough?
Yeah. You guys want to see about how to actually make beer? Check out Shark's Brewing. He does home brewing streams and stuff like that over there as well. So pick up some good info on his channel. Smile, I forgive you. Give me your cell. I'll send you some killer knock jokes to tell P breaks. You're welcome.
Never again last time. You said, no. You're not good enough for my knock jokes. That's what you told me.
And then the perfect like Vanessa and Shark Brewing and Adventures. Hello. Emerson buddy. Everybody saying hello. SJV Hangout guys and kind of trolls watching. I'm going to. You know what? I was thinking about you the other day, JV, because of my feed came up. The McRib. I may share that tonight because I don't know if everybody saw the McRib. And I'm kind of yearning for the McRib because it was in the feed. I'm like, you know what? I'm about ready to have a McRib. So we may have to roll that commercial later on here.
Classics of all classics right there.
The best McDonald's commercial that never was, done by JV.
Yes.
Cooking in the Mo. And check out JV. JV's always got great stuff on his channel. Friday nights, they do some fun live streams, which occasionally I do pop over as well, but always have some great people in there. It's always great, fun time. That's story about me. It's not been fun since season 4. Well, it's only season 5.
It's a long time now.
Bring on the West Coast, which IPA I say my favorite. A little bit hard to pick. Well, yeah. We're going to talk a little IPA because it is National IPA Day. Hope you're doing great, everyone. Much love. You too, my friend. Appreciate that as well. Always appreciate the likes, which, the algorithm always appreciate the likes. So, yeah, hit that thumbs up if you could. That'd be great. Michelle's channel. Make sure to check her out, by the way, and perfectly. Oh, getting the thing. My thing's not working here as far as my stream deck. But I'll try to type that here in a second as well.
It looked like you were stuck in the Matrix for a second there.
Did I? Like I hit this and am I stuck now?
No, you're good now.
Maybe when I okay. Maybe I don't. I don't know. What are you gonna do? Erie's still talking out like you bitch season 1 through 4. You know.
So basically, always then.
Yeah, this is pretty much all he does. Some people in denial. Some are in denial. I do have a couple of IPA in the fridge. Yes, yes. Blake's in the house. Cheers, Blake. Great to have you, my friend. Yeah, everybody's TV. Cheers, Blake. Guns go off sometimes. That's what she said. Yeah, well, that's what he said. Like, oops.
Yeah, right.
He said, my bad, my bad.
Didn't mean.
Like, you're bad in 30 days if something doesn't show up. Then it'll be your bad, right?
Yeah, right.
Blake. And cheers, Shark. Erie, yeah, but I only quit one at a time for a few days, and I always bitch. It's a competitive game. I put over $100 into it. What the fuck do you expect? Pay that much shouldn't be an issue, you know. Yeah,
that's sort of
it should be pretty much good when it comes out, but yeah.
You're right.
Hey, Rusty, cheers. He be Blake. Everybody's excited to see Blake. Blake's a good guy. Blake's doing well. Check out Blake TV because Blake always has fun stuff on his stuff as well.
I was scrolling through Facebook. I don't know if it was today or last night. One of his old memories popped up when he was singing Jamie Johnson's In Color.
Oh, really?
Like 2014 or 16. But I didn't think that song was that old, but I guess it was. And I
guess it was, yeah.
That's pretty good. I was like, all right. Playing a guitar and singing, that was pretty cool.
Blake got some of them skills, you know. He does all right. Yeah, necessary. Well, sometimes the task isn't needed, but they may go off still. It's all in the handling of the gun. Make sure you handle your guns properly, folks.
That's what she said.
Don't get a gun you can't handle or use properly.
That's right.
Anyone know any new curtain jokes? Asking for a friend.
I was wondering when that was going to happen. I was wondering.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, it's been a long time for sure. Yeah, hopefully, like I said, everything's been going well and you've been doing good, and great to see you be back here. And then, Craig, I see your thing there too, so give me a little bit here. And Todd have perfected the art of the game. It exceeds the abilities of the holodeck. Oh, a little Star Trek.
Vanessa, it's funny. It's funny you said that because I told her right when I jumped on, I was adjusting the screen. It's like, got to fix my green screen here before I jumped on.
Oh, hello. I'll tell you a real story about a ripped curtain. It's saved in my drafts. That was good. Yeah. Me and Blake never get a link, can't we've been banged. No. Usually when I do a link, I because it's a beer channel, I like to bring in different beer people, talk about their beer channels. That's all. But who knows? I may open it up because you guys are definitely friends. So we'll see.
Might as well just open it up for whoever.
Get them crazy like 8, 9, 10 people panels. No, I'm not going back to those days for sure. Yeah.
I'm not talking about all that, but
No. Understandable, JV. Sitting on a trucking yard 30 miles north of home. You waiting to pick up your brother? She usually picks up her brother from the trucking yard, I think. Cooking them out. Cheers. Man, there's a lot of comments. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Vanessa. Oh, I can't. Yeah, but all season 4 sucked, and I felt like he's still stuck in the season.
He's still flaming. He's still on fire.
Cheers all. Cheers all there. And I bought an iced coffee from Dunkin', and guess what else I just had to try from their menu? Oh, this suspense is going to kill me.
I know, it's going to take a while.
We'll have to wait to get down to it here in a second. Cheers. I hope as well. Because I do want to get Craig on to talk about the beer fest he just attended over there as well.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Okay. And gotta love Dunkin' coffee. Exactly. Dunkin's the one with the coffee. That's where you want to go. Vanessa had the bacon snackers, a little punch of pepper bacon. Yes, I've had those. Like it's just bacon strips in a bag. Yeah.
I didn't know they had that, but I need it now.
From Dunkin'?
Yeah, from Dunkin'.
There's one.
And if you want to get fancy with it, you could take the bacon and put it on the maple frosted donuts.
Ooh.
Oh, those taste, yeah, those taste. Those work well.
I would put it on the breakfast sandwich that's on the Texas toast.
Well, you could do it that way too. But bacon on a donut with the maple, Just saying, it's good. I
It's-
mean, where's
it's
Gilbert
all-
at? Gilbert would back me on maple and bacon on a donut. He would back me on. I know he would.
No, I'm backing you. I'm backing you. I just offered an alternative. I back you.
Let me see. Talking about Vanessa in the pro. Vanessa still has some of her projects going, progressing to the finish line there. Blake is pretty awesome, right? Thank you, Todd. I will definitely pay you later, bro.
Price went
awesome.
up.
Next summer, 4 huge projects will be complete. Nice.
Wow.
Summer IPA from Pizza Port. Do I review it on a video or find a live to drink it on? LOL. Well, you could do either. Maybe we get Shark. We haven't had Shark on here. Maybe we get Shark up here in a second.
There you go. There you go.
I've only had the one Pizza Port beer. I think Shark, you saw that review. That was actually pretty decent. So they're out of California, but not as awesome as Erie. Well, who is as awesome as Erie? What's up, sick and tired in the house? Cheers, my friend. Good to see you.
Sick and tired.
82 bags of the 80-pound concrete mix left to pour. Oh, yeah.
Ooh-wee.
I'm going to need a thing of water here. So I think I actually do have a thing of water here. Yeah. Way more awesome. Very Nicole. That's like everybody's just so nice and salutations everywhere. Maybe anyone. All right, procured few slides of hard maple and workbench tops. It will be a winter project. Vanessa's always staying busy, that's for sure.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
drink anymore. I could bring my bottle of water and review it, though. Is that like the Evian where you spell it backward? It's naive. You know, some of us, that's why he doesn't give links often. I just can't get it all out there. Yeah, they're cooking in the mo. Got Bart in the house. Cheers, my friend. Haven't seen you in a while. Hopefully you're doing well up there in Jersey. And actually got some Jersey beer. I think I just put up a Jersey beer tonight with the big pineapple IPA, which happened to be National IPA Day, so it worked out well. That was from Flying Fish Brewing out of New Jersey. Holding a birthday party this month on the patio. Should be great fun for all the relatives attending. I bet. I'm done drinking for the whole month. Really? You're going to take August off? Okay. Give that body a detox.
Said no one ever.
That would be. Let me see. Awesome. Blake. That's how mine started. Felt so great I never started back. Yeah. The Turtle and Southern Pecan Ice coffees.
Pecan.
Or some people say pecan. Depends where you're from.
Pecan.
It depends on the level you're in, right? So, you know.
Which I've never really understood that saying is potato. I've never heard anybody call it a potato ever.
Or tomato.
That was tomato.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or potato as well. Yeah, tomato,
Yeah.
potato. Maybe overseas. We'll have to get Craig on here and see if they call it that.
Possibly,
That's what I'll do.
I guess. But I've
Maybe
never
over
heard anybody
there.
call it tomato either, though. Really.
No, the Brits call them tomatoes.
Yeah.
See?
I
And
mean,
they probably
that's
call
what
it, so maybe they call potatoes too.
What'd you say?
The Brits, he said they call them tomatoes, so maybe they call them potatoes.
Oh, well, yeah, right. It could be.
I don't know.
Oh, but we have a man that's going to be able to answer that question if we can get him on here. So he's going to represent all of England when he comes on.
Yeah, right. One person.
Oh, you got off of okay. I got you. All right. Honestly, if I didn't have my Facebook page for the beer stuff, I probably would be on Facebook that much. It's kind of ran its course with me a little bit, almost to the end of the MySpace era. You know what I mean? It's just like, although now I got the threads, and I'm like, what am I even doing on threads? I don't even know. It was just out
What are you
there.
talking about? My MySpace is rocking.
Are you still doing
You're the one.
that?
You're the one keeping Tom in business there.
I don't think it still even exists, does it?
Yeah.
I mean, I know I had an account at one point, and it was beautiful.
I think
It was beautiful.
I think at one time Justin Timberlake bought the whole thing and was trying to bring it back, but I don't know if he ever did.
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, probably not.
Can you call the Browns football CV?
Right.
Asking for a friend. Well, I guess now Deshaun Watson's out of jail free, so he can go all year now. So it'll be interesting to see how they pull that out there. 2 orders of bacon snackers, stuffed them on a sausage egg sandwich. Oh, so yum.
Oh,
Bacon
yeah.
on sausage. I'm with that.
Oh, yeah.
CB.
100%.
Think about it
Mr.
now.
Minute, bro. It's nice not being drunk every night like I was doing. Yeah, I can definitely understand that as well.
I
They
can't.
said So I don't drink all the time. You know, I've
Me
you got to find that balance and get that moderation working.
There is a level of testing that has to be done at the brewery every day. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have to test all the taps for sure.
somebody
Yeah.
has to do it, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can test it without turning it up all the way too, though. So you
I'm
can
doing
still
quality
do
control. I'm doing
There
quality
you go.
control
There
on
you
the
go.
taps.
that. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Erie, hope you're healing up. Yes. Back to work today, and what a day. Yeah. You were that's right, because she had COVID, so she was out for a few days. So yeah. Yeah, that's still out there floating
I
around.
still don't understand that. Like they make you take off, but they don't want to pay you for it.
That's messed up. Like,
And when you got to use your own personal, at least my company's like, you got to use your own personal. I'm like, well, I don't want to take off. I feel fine. Like I come in, no, you got to take 5 days. Like, so I got
well,
to
with
use my
us,
time for that if I want to get paid.
yeah, if somebody gets COVID, well, we had a COVID policy where if you got COVID, the first 5 days when it first hit, like last year or the year before last,
Yeah,
they'd have the COVID days,
yeah.
and then after that, your short term could kick in. Now it is like if you got PTO for the first 5 days, but then you have short term disability after that you could use.
Yeah, I was definitely short staffed the last 2 weeks because of COVID. So
Yeah.
I had 2 different people that could not come in.
Did you have to make them get a doctor's note or whatever or anything, or you just took it at their word?
No, if they say they tested and they tested positive, I trust my employees. These
Because I'm just saying, I know Taylor Swift was traveling the country and a lot of people were missing work. So I'm just saying, Taylor Swift's in town. I got COVID. I
don't feel so good. And I get a week off. All right, thanks.
Road trip.
I'm about to use COVID as an excuse myself. Be like, yeah.
Sitting there watching the news. Is that my employee? Is she a Swiftie?
It doesn't hurt so much here, but right here.
Yeah. Cheers, good man. CB, 3/4 of the 1,100 square foot patio is being formed. Oh, here comes Shannon into the house. All good here, South Jersey. Very nice. You know it's not good here. Mal is the only one that cracked open a beer because I've been reading the comments. Todd's got a beer. I don't even know what Todd is drinking. The dogs are barking right now, but I got to crack my beer open.
Shannon just opened the garage, so we shall see. We shall see.
She'll be keyed up. But Todd, you didn't say what you were drinking tonight.
I'm going to stop my camera for a second while you do this so I can take a couple bites of this burger that's sitting in front of me that I'm smelling.
So there's a brewery about 2 miles from where I work at. So it's like, as you messaged me, it's like IPA day. I was like, yeah, I knew that, but I gotta stop and get some. So I stopped there, and it wasn't. I grabbed the wrong one, but I haven't had this one yet either. But this is Whole Supple Brewing Company over in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
And I got a 4-pack, and it's their Whole Supple IPA, which they just call it. I got lazy on the writing it on the can. I guess.
Yeah, I love how they hand wrote the ABV.
Yeah.
I love it.
7% ABV. I'm not sure what kind of hops they used, but it's pretty good though. It's not bad. I like it.
There you go. Well, I
I brought you some French fries.
I just poured the Double Cannon
Ooh.
Heavy Seas Double IPA. So that's what I'm actually
Nice.
cracking open right now. This one, low ABV of 9.5. So,
Oh my God, I look like a wild woman.
Starting out light there. Starting out light.
like we didn't already know that, Shannon.
I am a wild woman, but I look like a wild woman.
So it fits.
Hey, I heard you were a wild one.
So did you go out drinking with your brother?
I did.
Yeah. Anything
You
good?
know, me and my brother have like completely different beliefs, so it's kind of difficult. But like, I'm easier to listen to his point of view than he is to mine. Because I listen to it and I'm like,
That's for sure.
I'm not going to argue about it. Like, it's not worth it. I know who I am and what I believe, and you can continue on in your life and believe what you want to believe.
But the good thing is beer makes it all better. So
it does for
makes it
me,
easier.
but for him, it makes it more
At
complicated.
least tolerable anyway.
Yeah. Shane's in the house. Cheers, Shane. Good to see you, my friend.
Hi, Shane.
Erie says no, it's pecan. So she goes with the pecan. Yes, it's pecan pie, is what Blake
Did you
says.
see the Did you see the meme? Is that what we're talking about? This?
No, we were talking about one of the coffees that Yuri was having. It was pecan
There
or
was
pecan.
a meme, and it was vegetables in a can, and it was a pea can because peas were in a can, and they're like, no, it's not called pecan. It's called because that's a pecan, like corn in a can is pecan, but it's pecan.
Yes, pecan.
I don't know.
Me either. You lost me on that one.
Fuck up a wet dream.
You all asked for it. Now you got it.
Oh, I won't be here long.
Oh, you
don't
said
leave
that.
us, Shannon.
No, I'm not having any more alcohol.
Come on.
Aw.
Yes, you will.
No, I will
What
not.
you say last week? I'm just gonna have one.
One
I'm
more.
not gonna. She said she wasn't gonna have one, and then she had one, and then yeah.
Please.
Here, I'll ask one more.
I don't know. I think I might get sick if I have one more.
I don't know where Craig is. I sent the thing to Craig, so. But if Shane wants to come on as well,
Yes, Shane.
I'd like to hear some of the stories from your guys' get together.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You call them pecans. Went out picking them off the ground.
Look
Pecan.
at how pretty that is.
Definitely
back there.
pecan. So pecan in Canada is pecan.
Look at how pretty that is back there. That's my favorite thing about this house. Is
That's
the
what
view.
everybody's complimenting Todd on the green screen.
I know.
Yeah, they're very fond of your lack of curtains.
Just green.
I don't care if it's a green screen or not. I enjoy it.
Do you know what curtains spell? Do you know what curtains spell? Satanic backwards.
Your spelling is questionable at
Yeah,
best.
I don't know where you're going with that, JB.
I
Paul,
know.
man, cheers. Hey, Shane,
Oh,
good
Paul,
to see
man.
you. Oh, there he is.
Uh-oh.
What are you on that European time over there?
Oh my god! He wants to
Here,
blush.
look, she's blush. He didn't say a word and she's blushing already.
He wants to blush. He wants to blush.
How you doing?
Aw.
Cheers,
You
my
all right?
good brother. How are you, my
Come on,
friend?
Craig.
Not too bad. Good.
Say, don't do that, love.
I don't do that, love. I don't know what that's supposed to do, but anyway.
I'll have one more. I'll have one.
It-
Now she's gonna have one
now
more.
she'll have one more because
Oh,
Craig's
no.
here.
There we go.
Yeah, she'll be here. Yeah.
Whatever.
I was away. All right, Craig. Good to see you. Good night.
Right. Yeah, bye.
I'm just kidding.
Way to help Todd out tonight, my friend. What is going on over there across the pond?
Or hi, was it hi, bye, good evening? Was it? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I do want to ask you about the British beer fest you just went to. I know you went to the beer fest, so
Yeah.
when everything.
It's still going on. It's on until Saturday night. So
So it's like the
Oh,
whole
wow.
week and everything. Okay, because I watched a video from somebody earlier today. Okay,
yeah. No, it's it runs from Tuesday to Saturday.
that's how you do it. Yeah.
Dang, that's a beer fest right there.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I done the first. I done the trade stroke press afternoon and a bit of the
So
first session. But
What's
yeah.
it cost to get into that beer? Do you get a ticket for one day, or do you get a ticket
I got that one for free because
because you're Craig?
Because he's the man.
Exactly.
Everybody knows Craig.
it's that's like press pass. I got a press pass.
Oh.
Being a blogger, so that kind of
So is
That
it in
one.
like a convention center or just kind of in the streets?
it's in it's like it's one of the biggest buildings in sort of London for that sort of thing. They do multiple stuff through the year, but yeah.
It looked like it was set up like a hall when I saw it there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's two big halls, but yeah, it's not
Mhm.
as actually as big as it used to be. Like back in like 2015 when I first went.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I forgot who I was watching, but they actually ran into Simon that was there at the same time. So Simon was
Yeah,
involved
wow.
a little bit too.
How many breweries are representing at that beer fest?
Yeah,
How many breweries did they have Todd
How many
asked?
breweries are
Do you think?
beer in general?
like 800 800, 900 different beers.
Jesus Christ,
That's
Nice.
insane.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah, so it's like,
Sounds like a good time.
it's a lot easier.
yeah, I didn't go crazy. I just went for the first. I mean, last year I done that every single day. It's like it killed me. But
Go crazy. I can't imagine Craig going crazy with anything. Seems like a very like.
no, you haven't been watching me recently.
Recently.
I've seen a turned up Craig. I got to meet him a few weeks ago, and it was awesome.
Or maybe
Yeah,
not
I was pretty lit. I've been
Yeah, you
pretty
were
lit.
lit. That was the lit Craig there. That was pretty.
Yeah.
That was a pretty fun time.
I was pretty lit on Tuesday. When I came home from that day and I had 6 more beers when I got in, and yeah, I was pretty
Yeah.
bladdered. So yeah, I'm on a coffee now. Actually, I'm just trying to.
because it's like 5 a.m.
No, it's
No.
like 1:30.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have a few more beers after. So
They're 5 hours ahead of us.
See, I
Craig
can't
is.
drink. I can't drink caffeine after like.
After midnight. After midnight.
I'm gonna have more beers. That's why I need coffee. So
Falling down.
I'll fall asleep.
She's really-
Otherwise.
she's-
Right, coffee.
hmm
Yeah.
Sucks.
I'm just thinking Mal must be really enjoying that hamburger right there.
Oh my god, it's so good.
No kidding.
Erie has said, or Evie said, Erie, look at the dictionary. It's got the little U symbol, which denotes a softer pronunciation from the dash. So, pecan, not pecan, like an old-fashioned slop jar. So there you go. So according to the Webster family, it's pecan.
I mean, we know what we mean. If somebody says pecan or pecan, so what's the big deal? We know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
But
It
do they
is-
say
It's not a horrible nut that tastes awful. So what difference?
Even if you're wrong, it's still the same shit. So,
do they say
Yeah,
do they
right,
do,
exactly.
do they say potato in England, Craig, or is it potato?
potato
It says potato.
or tatties if you're in Scotland.
Come on, Rob. Don't say potato.
No, we were talking about that before.
I had
talking
tatties
about-
to mash
We
over.
were talking about potato or potato.
But it's,
We-
Say
either
potato.
one.
Potato.
That's what
That's
we
what we
were
just said.
But it could be over there. I wasn't sure. Yeah, Travis speed.
But you say tomato or tomato? Tomato?
Tomato. With
Tomato.
an E.
You say tomato, but they say tomato, so we say.
Oh,
But
you
we
say
also
tomato?
we also say herbs and basil.
And so we'll say basil over here.
I know.
Yeah.
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 You know, my favorite thing that the English people say is they call them pedos instead of pedophiles. They call them pedophiles.
Oh Jesus Christ! Okay.
You know what I liked about
You're
that was
just
Craig's look,
saying
because
it
that's
just-
how Craig's look is how we always try to figure out where Shannon's going in her thoughts.
No.
Craig had the perfect look for it.
No, so we watched the Ricky Gervais show called,
Yeah.
and
like-
he was walking past the schoolyard where his nephew was, and this little redheaded kid was like, "Pedo, pedo," and Ricky Gervais goes, "If I was, I wouldn't be after you, you little redhead."
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was
It's
hilarious.
pretty brutal, but
It was, but he was calling him a pedo, so like
But it's freaking hilarious, though.
pedo,
Yeah.
pedo.
I like
Yeah.
centrifugal versus centrifugal.
Never-
And,
I don't even know what the word means.
Aluminum and aluminium.
aluminium. Yeah, we're aluminium.
Aluminum versus
Yeah.
aluminium.
There's some good ones. There is some good
Always
ones.
make me smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Erie said, "I never trust your pronunciation, Alan." So yeah. Whatever Alan says, Erie's always the opposite.
This
of
is
it.
an on-screen battle right here. I love it.
I think I got an old live journal that's probably still up as well.
Oh
But
my god, I would never live my journal.
you remember you didn't have live
Thank
journal when it was
goodness.
out back in the day? That
Thank-
was like
thank
that,
goodness, Shannon.
that was like
Can you
that was
imagine her having a live journal?
Oh my god.
Christ.
I write
I mean,
shit down and I
the
bury it in
FBI
the
had to
back-
do something. I mean,
Probably be worth millions someday.
I write it down and I bury it in the backyard.
and the dictionary now says funner is a word, so no trust in that either. I think technically funner is a word now, though.
Funner.
But I think it's been accepted. Instead of saying more fun, people say funner, and I think now people have accepted it as a word.
They're just like, okay,
Oh, good. I'm more legit
I
now.
mean, I know.
Yeah.
Let's go instead of fighting.
Roger had to raise on a tile without the curtains. Funner is slang or properly used
Yeah,
slang
sure.
word that's often used to put into the lexicon, kind of like ain't for us Southerners. So, well, ain't's in the dictionary. Ain't has been in the dictionary for years as a word.
Oh my God, my mom used to always be like, "It ain't. It's
It
not."
ain't. It ain't like that.
Oh my God, I'm like, you know what I
For
mean?
soup.
I know.
Yeah, soup definitely has it. Don't care. It ain't a word. It's it. Then you're just trying to throw it in there with it. I see
Nah,
what you're
ain't.
saying.
It ain't like that, mate. It ain't like that.
First staff
Yeah,
now. Do I need
Shane,
to
you
come
need
down
to
there and
come
work?
work for
There,
me.
there you go. Shane tried to pop in, but something happened, I think, there.
All right.
I have 3 more hires to do, so yes, please.
Sling is the slang of lingo. I got you.
Hi, Vanessa. I love you.
Cheers, Shannon. I'm starting a GoFundMe for Todd and Shannon curtains. We got you covered.
Hey, I'm perfectly happy with our curtains.
Gonna call it
It's
crazy
like a you problem, not a me problem.
Craig make everyone blush, even the chat. LOL. Yeah. Craig comes in and Shannon starts blushing. He didn't even say anything. She's already blushing.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
Cheers, Craig from Shark. And then,
How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well.
I didn't see you on Instagram, Shark, so I don't know if you're on Instagram. Is this a blush, like said?
That
No,
is
that's
a
a thermometer.
Yeah.
It was taking temperature. That's
That
the
is.
Is that-
That's the COVID sign. I got COVID.
Yep.
I got the COVID.
They got the
The vid.
thermometer in.
everybody's got COVID and they don't test for it anymore. It's
Yeah.
just like
AUB is blushing too. Yeah. Oh, it's Craig.
Craig's making everybody blush.
You're gonna need you to settle down. So.
It's the Craig effect.
That's not going to happen here.
I'm gonna need
No.
you to
I know.
Craig gets in free. Always tell them he knows Alex the beer master and roll out the red carpet. No, I mean Alex is like I've been with Alex in there. He's like the mayor of that little town where he's at. Like everybody knows Alex there. He's got a sandwich named after him at the next door to the brewery. It's a little restaurant. So
Yeah.
What's it called? Alex the Beer Master?
No, it's like a certain roll, like a breakfast type sandwich. But yeah,
Craig,
it's like,
did you see Love Actually?
Not for a while, but
Yeah, but there's Love Actually. We started to watch it, and then it's got Hugh Grant. It's got all these stories. It's the most amazing movie. But they have these guys in the UK, and they're like really young, and they're like, "Hey, if we go to the US, we'll get all these women because we have this accent." And then they come over and they get like 3 women, and they're like, "No, that won't happen." And he comes over and he gets like a threesome with like Megan Fox and the girl off of Alicia Kuthrow or something, and I'm like, "Hey,
okay.
just saying."
Okay, I'll have to come back. Fuck.
Yeah, no kidding.
So.
You know when you do, Craig, I'll come with you.
Work on your English accent. You need to work on your English accent.
Yeah, it was pretty bad Tuesday. Bad.
so we got Shane in the house now. We got an international contingent tonight. So
I know.
now we're north of the border. I need to get someone out of Mexico so I can get South American representation at some point.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice. There you go. That'd be great.
You know.
Wait, isn't that Central American representation?
Not if it's Mexico, right? Now if I go
South
Argentina,
American
if I go
would be like Brazil, right?
yeah, if I get down there
South
and get
America.
somebody, yeah,
South America.
or Latin, or what's the other one? El Salvador would be like Central America, I think, right? So I wrote a term paper about El Salvador back in college,
There you
You know
go.
what I wrote a paper?
and the CIA and the CIA involvement wasn't a good paper. I mean, it was a good paper, but it wasn't a good stuff for you. It's like, man, we got some shady individuals, that's for sure.
I wrote a paper about emus.
The
They
doll,
look like ostriches, but they're not ostriches.
the Muppet.
No, it's an emu.
Muppet.
Snuffle emu upagus.
I'm like, every time we go, I'm like, that's an emu, not an ostrich. I
Hmm.
don't like emus.
I don't think I've ever seen an emu to really compare it
Shane's
to anything.
walking. Shane's
You
walking.
probably have. You thought it was.
Sorry,
an
the lighting's really shitty, and I'm trying to get a better spot where the lighting's better because I want y'all to see my pretty face.
Mostly we're just looking up your nostrils right now.
There it
Yeah.
is. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
see, that's no better.
I've seen ostriches before.
You've probably seen an emu too. You just thought it was an ostrich.
I never knew. So,
Well,
Now you do.
Not really.
Hang on a sec. I know how to fix this. Hang on.
our great adventure, which is Six Flags in New Jersey, we had a safari, so they had ostriches there as part of the safari.
At Six Flags, I bet that was a legit safari.
Oh, we had ostriches, lions, tigers. They would come up to your car.
In Ohio?
No, in
No,
Jersey.
New Jersey.
Pay attention.
Bet that was legit too.
well, that's real then. Yeah.
No, this
Yeah,
is
right.
Six Flags in South
Jersey.
Africa.
Just like in Africa. Just like in Africa.
There's Jersey cats and Jersey ostriches.
Hey, you
No,
get out of the
they're
car and you get out of the car at Six Flags in New Jersey and try to go somewhere. They'll take you like a tiger did that lady over there in
I'm
Africa.
glad you got to.
You ever see that video? She had to argue with her husband, like basically try to walk around the other side of the car. The tiger came and got her. I mean, sad story because she didn't make it. But
It happens.
why would you get in an argument in the middle of like a safari type thing and then get out
You're
the
right.
car and walk around like
Just stay in the car.
yeah. And then the husband tried to get out for a second and realized he's like, I
He's
can't
like,
do anything.
I love you, but sorry.
This was
Yeah.
the part you were on. You saw this online.
Yeah, no,
He
it's real. It's
wasn't,
a
he
video.
wasn't
It's a
trying
real
to get
video.
out. He was hitting the door
But it
lock
wasn't-
button.
But it wasn't
He
on
wasn't
your
on it.
safari.
No, he wasn't on.
No. I support no. New Jersey, we would not get out of a car to have an argument or whatever.
They're smarter than that.
Yeah.
Thank
No, they
God.
get on the busiest road, so it's bumper to bumper. You have a little more time to talk between moves.
Yeah. I mean, it was a bad instance that happened, but it's just like, I guess people forget where they're at sometimes. And I mean, she was trying to prove her point by doing it. I don't know what she was trying to do it for like that, but you just get out of an argument and try to get around to the other side of the car. And it's just like,
She
where are you
proved her
going?
point, but she proved her point. But yeah,
Yeah.
didn't work out too well.
But it,
Dumb as
but it,
hell.
but it was a news story. They had the news thing on, and the tiger came over to drug her away, and they couldn't get to the tiger in time. But yeah,
I
I
hope
mean,
she had
it's
life.
possible they were having a discussion about how dangerous tigers were.
Yeah.
Possibly.
She's
Yeah.
like, they're not that dangerous. He's like, no, they are. And she's like, no, they're not. Watch.
maybe it was like a bit. Hey, look, there's a
I'm sorry,
bear.
is it too soon to make that joke? I guess it's too soon. Sorry.
He's like, I love you, but I ain't getting out of the car.
He was like a bear, lion, tiger. She was like, "Oh my!" And then she got out of the car. You know, it's like the same people that try to pet the bison. Like the bison, don't try to pet the bison. you
No.
know?
'Cause I'm not getting out of the car. I've got insurance, so it's like, oh,
Yeah.
No, Rod, there's this guy I follow on TikTok. He's a black guy, and it's like,
Pecan.
and he's
Yeah.
like talking about white
Pecan.
women. It's like all these feral animals, and he's like, a white woman will go pick up a cheetah, and like he's like, call a white woman. Like we're just not afraid of animals. Like no matter what. Like he's hilarious though.
You know, I have yet to pick up a cheetah, so I'm gonna argue this one.
Well, I mean, there was no cheetahs, but there's like raccoons and pit bulls, stray pit bulls, and like possums, and
You still
Nope.
haven't listed a thing that I've ever picked up.
Nope.
yeah,
I picked up some Cheetos before, but yeah.
yeah.
Cheetos is different from Cheetos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting a sub ran by a game.
That was a bit cheesy.
Nope, not getting that sub. I played a lot of games with that Logitech controller. That's not going to be good. So yeah, that thing locks up on you. Shane, you're
What is
quiet
up?
there. What's going on? So,
Just sitting
How was-
enjoying the conversation, my friend.
how was your travel here to the States? Getting to meet Mal, getting to see everybody. I saw some of the videos, things you got to experience, the deep dish pizza. You got like the Chicago dog. Mal, unfortunately, took you to get the Malort. What was your experiences like?
Mary says like, oh, the experience.
So what?
No, man, it was a great time. It was great to see Mallory and Chew again. I haven't seen them in almost a year, and they're like two of my very favorite people in the entire world. I love them both to death. They're so awesome,
They
and
are
just to meet all the other new guys that I hadn't met, like Blue Ice and Nutmeg 2 Palmetto. It was awesome. It was an awesome time.
Yeah.
Blue Ice is so fun and chill. Like you assume he's drunk right off the bat, but no, that's just how he is. He's just so chill and just I love
Like,
him.
he's the coolest MF on the planet. That guy, I tell you.
And he's
he-
6'17".
Yeah,
6'100". 6
He's
foot
a tall,
100.
tall guy. Yeah.
Oh, you're doing centimeters.
We'll have to get Blue on here and stuff. So, like, of the beers you experienced, what beer stood out for you? Like, anything that you really like, anything you really didn't like? Like,
For me, I think my favorite beer when I was down there, there was so many good ones. God, it's so hard to pick. But I think the one that stands out the most is the one that we had at Hop Butcher. And it was called their old school Hawaii vibes. It was super, super pineapple forward. Fairly light, 4.5%. And I could just pounding them down. They were so easy to drink, and I absolutely loved it. Unfortunately, they didn't have it available in cans, so I could only bring a growler home. And as soon as I got home, I ended up doing a video with Drew, and we pounded it down. It was so good.
Well, you owed him after the Malort incident.
Well, that's true. That is true. I had to do something.
What happened in the Malort incident?
Oh, yes.
Oh. I'm not sure you can speak to that.
Well, the Malort incident, as you guys, I think we talked about this last week, maybe. I don't remember. Mallory, of course, made us all try Malort, and we all fucking hated it.
Of course, that's natural.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be swearing on your channel. I can do that on mine, not on yours.
Well, I mean, we got other people here to do that too. So.
I know. I don't, like I said, I don't mind on my channel, but on somebody else's channel, I should be a little bit more respectful.
When you're talking about Malort, you can swear.
Nobody's
It's
looking
not
at
bad.
you.
That's true. It was terrible. No, so what I did is because Drew couldn't make it to Chicago, I brought a little bit of Chicago to him.
Nice.
And we did a little trying out the Malort, except for I'd already tried Malort and hated it. So Chew was nice enough to drink one bottle of Malort for me so I could refill it with apple juice. So Drew was drinking Malort and I was drinking apple juice.
Oh,
Like
that's dirty.
Whatever.
That is so
Yeah.
dirty. Yeah.
Hey, once you try Malort once, you never want to try it again.
Did
Yeah.
you drink
You know.
it straight? I thought you mixed it in a drink or like a
No,
cocktail.
you have a chaser.
Oh, straight.
You don't mix it. You do it
Yeah.
straight, and you have a chaser of a shit beer, whatever old style,
So it doesn't matter.
really
because
awful shit beer.
Malort takes care of itself.
I've never even heard of that. Is it a beer?
No, it's
No,
a
it's a
liqueur,
liqueur.
and it's death
It's a liqueur.
in
Kind of like,
liquid form.
have you ever had Mad Dog 2020?
Have you ever had what? Sorry?
Have you ever had
Rod.
Mad Dog 2020? I bet that Malort or whatever it's called will taste like amazing if you have Mad Dog 2020.
No.
Shannon,
Mad Dog 2020 is actually
you
a
are
better choice.
incorrect. Shannon, you are incorrect. I've had both.
I've not heard anybody say
I have
anything
had
good about
both. I would drink gallons of Mad Dog before I would touch
You'll
Malort.
die. You'll
Mad
die.
Dog's a step or two up from Malort.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
motor oil with grape flavoring is what Mad Dog 2020 is.
That
So,
sounds way better than Malort.
Malort
Sounds
is the
way
laundry
better than
water
Malort.
it's the laundry water after a Bears game that's been dumped on a tire fire. That
Once
is
you,
what
You should have an ad campaign with that. That
It's
sounds
funny,
like
it-
amazing.
So-
That's how you explained it last week too.
Dude, dog. I was like, I got something to say too about Malort.
She's driving me
Yeah, see, even the dog's upset about it. There you go.
Pretty
Oh,
soon
those-
I'll be posting the reaction video of everyone having Malort, and you'll see how atrocious this is.
Yeah. Well, the one thing Shane just gave me was a good idea for another T-shirt. Once you drink Malort, stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No moss. No moss.
You know, there's
you're going too far.
I'm a lost stop.
No, on this wonderful planet that we live on, there's so many amazing things to experience and
Yeah.
to enjoy, and Malort is not one of them.
No, that's not
I
something
wonder
I'm
if
going
we
to
could find a
definitely
way to
enjoy.
get some to Craig, because that would be fun.
It would cost too much money. It's not worth it for a shit
Yeah,
beer.
he's like,
He's
Well,
like, no,
Honestly,
no,
to see
never
the
mind.
expression on your face when you taste it, it probably would be.
It might be worth it.
You're all talking it up way too much.
I don't think
Here's to Jared. Great to see you, my
It
friend.
won't get through-
I don't care.
it won't get through customs. So
Oh,
Well, they won't want it. They'll be like,
Nah.
send it. We don't want
it's like,
that.
no, we can't do that shit. Sorry.
no, they'll see what it is,
Ratchet.
and they'll be like, this is worse than durian fruit. We're not letting this in.
Yeah, that's pretty bad
Customs
stuff.
throw some gummies in there, we might be all right. But, yeah.
I had an
There
emu
There
where
you
I shot
go. Yes.
oh, Vanessa used to have an emu.
Of course you
She also,
did.
she also says they're tasty.
Well, they probably
Of course they
That
are.
makes sense. Sure, why not?
Can you eat
You know-
emu? I don't know.
Well,
Apparently
assume you
so.
can.
I mean,
Rod, so when my best friend
Jungle
turned
Gyms?
40, she was like, I want to go to Jungle Gyms in Cincinnati. I'm like, what's Jungle Gym? She's like, it's a grocery store. And I'm like, you literally want to go to a grocery store for your 40th birthday? She's like, and I'm like, okay, fair enough. That's what
yeah,
you want.
it's not
And we
just a
had
I was
to
gonna
grocery
say,
store.
yeah.
Happy birthday.
And we went there and I saw, I mean, they have everything. It's like the freaking Walmart Sam's Club. It's humongous. Have everything you'd ever want. And I saw this big ostrich egg and it was like $50 for an ostrich egg. And I'm like, what the hell are you going to do with that? You know? And they
Make
had
the
whole
biggest
pigs.
omelet ever.
Yeah, I was about to say an omelette.
Feed a
I mean,
family.
everybody has a Flintstones flashback to get a big egg
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Come with a Wilma or
Comes with a Betty. Comes with a Betty.
oh,
You wish.
Oh yeah. Jungle Gyms is an experience everybody should do. But I mean,
gonna
I mean,
get a
once
beer.
you
on you.
get to
Ready
the
for a
beer
beer?
section. Oh yeah, get a beer.
At least once in a lifetime. Jungle Gym once.
Jungle Gyms is like scrolling on the internet when you don't know what you want, or on the World Wide Web, or trying to find a show and you don't know what you want to watch, and you just keep going and going, and then you're like, screw it, I don't want nothing.
Well, the thing is, that's why you got a bar there. You go there and grab a beer, sit down and think about what you
Yeah,
want, and then go back and do it.
Wall with the glass.
And they're so considerate. They put the beer cup holder in your cart for you, so you can walk around with your beer.
Yes.
Oh,
So kind.
nice.
Thinking
Yeah.
it, they're steps ahead. Steps
Yeah.
ahead.
I don't know this gym from what jungle he came from, but they do it right. They do it right. So,
yeah, right.
Just because I'm judging it doesn't
Cheers,
mean other
Mark.
people don't really enjoy it.
Yeah.
What's up, Mark?
Yeah. No, it's in the beer section alone, the hot sauce section alone, the candy section. I mean,
The olives,
the olives, the I mean, everywhere you. I mean, it's just
Everything,
like
basically.
everything you could possibly want there. Yeah. But the beer is where I find happiness.
You, me too, Rod.
Yeah.
Me too.
So Shane, you drinking anything tonight?
Yeah, I've got it's IPA day, so I have a juicy double IPA called Vostok that I got from Alan at One Flight Down in Winnipeg.
Very nice.
Right?
I knew you were from Canada.
Of course, you can tell by my accent, right?
No, I just figured you were from Canada.
So, I should probably be more Canadian and represent. So, how's it going, eh?
Hey, I was gonna say yes and hey, yeah.
How's it going, eh, you hosers? You want to go out and about?
Shane, don't
You
buy
haven't-
into the stereotypes, my friend.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
You haven't offered anyone
know.
maple syrup or donuts yet. I'm disappointed.
No, I have a friend. I used to work with this girl named Heather, and she was from Wisconsin, I think.
Not Canada. It's not Canada.
I know, but she talked just to say "a" all the time. I'm like, just
At the end.
all line on some land don't mean you talk different. You know.
Hey.
Hey.
She's like,
Hey.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
she'd
that-
say all these things, and I'm like,
Old or old? I think it's still old, right? Even with the E. I think the E's silent on it.
Old or old.
Although
Or is it
for
old
some
without
reason,
the period?
JV wanted me to have Craig say garage for some reason.
oh, say garage.
It's a garage.
Garage.
Jared.
Garage.
There you go.
Garage?
Garage.
What?
You
Have
don't
your-
have garages though.
Have your porridge in the garage.
The garage.
My porridge in the garage.
Garage.
Garage would have horses in it and not cars.
My porridge in a garage.
Yeah.
Garage.
But then, yeah, see over here they say garage.
That's
So
a
it's
That's a state. That's a stable.
Oh,
for the
Yeah, we
garage. Well, the cars are ran by horsepower, so
Well,
there you go, Rod. There you go.
They're refined over there.
very good.
Way ahead of our time.
We're just
A garage.
amused because we have
You're,
this.
you're ahead of the curve there. Yeah.
We're just amused because we have this boring Midwestern accent that doesn't have any fun things in it.
We have a 2-car garage.
I'm on the move for a minute.
yeah. He's on the move.
And now Shane's got to find a better spot.
No, I'm like,
Yeah, this bad lighting's bothering me.
A garage.
Well,
You have to go green screen like Todd and Shannon.
it's worse now. So.
Not even green anymore. Now it's like a bluish purple.
Yeah, that's no better.
You know, there's like a meteor shower that's going on
Yeah.
right now, and I have this app that can, like, if you're like, what's that star? So I was
11.
you point up to the star. I'm like, that star's really bright. Is
Yeah.
that an air star? And then it was Saturn, and then like it tells you all the stars are.
Yeah. I love all that. 11th and 12th is the peak for that meteor shower.
Over here, it's going to be August 11th to the 12th. Yes.
12, yeah.
Yes. And then I thought you were talking about.
It's going to be the same everywhere. I'm just saying, we're on the same planet, so yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like, I lie to us because if it's going to be the 11th and the 12th in America, and it's going to be the 11th and the 12th.
I don't know what planet you live on, but yeah.
Depends on what time it is. I mean, 12.
Sorry.
I love shooting stars, though. But it's better, like, if you wake up, you either stay up all night, which I think would be good for you. Stay up all night right before dawn is the best time to see it.
So basically now, Craig, just go out and watch it now.
Except for like 12 days from now.
Okay.
9 days from now.
Oh,
Yeah.
they get this all planned out for you, apparently.
Right. Well, anyway.
You should do it live. Do it live.
We are.
No,
We
no,
are.
he should do it live when he's watching that.
Because nobody else is going to be doing that.
I'm just going over to beer news right now. Like that, sometimes you got to make a hard cut.
Yes.
National IPA Day. Founded in 2011 by craft beer aficionado and author Ashley Hudson, a.k.a.
You can stay down here.
India Pale Ales. If you don't know
Anyway.
Ashley, Ashley is actually
You can
one of the
stay down here if you
managers there with Green Flash. So, which is kind of cool. I mean, I don't know how she got it started the way she did. I mean, I'm thinking like, how can you start your own beer holiday? I mean, she got a following behind her, but you know.
Every day is a beer holiday for me. Just so you
Well,
know.
I was thinking it was just Thursday, but no, the first
Absolutely.
Thursday in August is National IPA Day. So
It doesn't need to be a day, it's just every day.
yeah. But like Shane's doing IPA, but he's in Canada, but they're celebrating his IPA Day. So is it national for North America that Canada's just involved in? Because Canada, I've always said, is like Happy Days. That's like the Fonz apartment above Richie's house. That's how they are in Canada.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Craig, what did you get?
It's a brewery from like North Yorkshire called North Brewing Company. It's called their Songbird. It's just a 6% New England IPA. Yeah.
I love
good.
the name song.
This is after the song. Yeah. Hops are in it. It doesn't actually say, which is a bit annoying. It just says flavors of sweet, juicy blueberry alongside sharp, fresh cut pineapple.
So here's
Sorry.
here's a question around IPA Day. How many common styles do you think there are of IPAs?
Too many.
Too many, yeah.
If you had to pick a number.
5.
12.
That's what I was going to say.
I was reading your mind. I do that.
He said 12. I'm going to say 14.
I'm going to
With
say
12,
5.
my initial thought, though.
7.
7.
Are these
Change this to
official?
These are pretty much official kind of categories for IPAs, and I'm going to use it based off how we have them situated, like on Untappd.
Ah, right. Yeah, that's where I would have looked, but I'm not cheating. So, you got double IPAs, triples, but are they a style?
Yeah, I was going to say, is that a category of its own, double?
Well, we're not talking BJCP. Just
So that's not
because
so I'd say-
BJCP has, I don't think, officially recognized like a triple
You all will
IPA
fail
yet.
a test.
We have-
10. So I'd say 10.
I'm going to still stick with 14 just because that's what I said. So
Actual number that's being tracked right now, 24.
35.
Jeez.
24.
Yeah, but they're not real though, are they? They're not real.
Oh, they're all
They're
real
not.
different IPAs. They're all real different IPAs.
Okay.
You have everything from kind of, well, one of them was really like never really my favorite. I don't even think it's still make anymore, but like the Brute
Brute?
IPA.
Brute. I knew he was going to say
Yeah.
Brute.
The Brute, yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
yes.
Fucking terrible. That was one of my tests anyway. So yeah.
Yeah. But you have brown IPAs, you have Belgian IPAs, you have the fruit
Yeah,
sour IPAs. You have like double milkshake IPAs. You have other imperial. So it says 24. Some of them are regular, but some are double. Obviously, your New England hazies, your milkshakes. There's your New Zealand IPAs is becoming a thing now, using New Zealand hops. So
Out of those 24, though, how many of anybody actually ever had of those 24?
Well, the ones
What?
you mentioned, I've had most of those.
of all 24 styles, I've had some variation of something. And in fact, of the American IPAs, I've had 290 different ones I've checked in. Of the Imperial Double IPAs, I've had 177. The Double New Englands, I've checked in 47. The regular New England's 87. I've even checked in the triples, the white IPAs, the sours, the New Zealand, farmhouse IPAs, another style I've checked in, the black
so
IPAs, Belgian IPAs. So,
everybody
and on it goes.
Now, everybody probably has, but who actually calls them that many different names? Like,
We got black IPA, black IPA.
Because black can be black or Cascadian, right? Yeah.
No, I know that, but like,
Yeah.
what's just out of curiosity, like Belgium IPA? What is it? Who calls the IPA a Belgium IPA?
People from Belgium.
No.
That's not a bad thing. That was just funny though.
I think it's because they use a Belgian yeast in the IPA,
Right.
correct?
No,
Correct,
but I mean,
correct.
is it actually called a Belgium IPA?
Like a Belgian IPA style, yes.
That's what I'm saying. So, can you name one off the top of your head that's a Belgium IPA?
There was one I think that I had. I want to say it was from
Shit.
That's not off the top of your head, Rod.
You say it's 24. 24 different.
24 different IPA
I know it
styles.
seems like a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Though. I'm
So,
just saying.
I have had one that was called Time Traveler,
I
and
want
it
to say
was
it was
by Southern
Flying
Illinois
Dog.
University, where they used a Belgian yeast with hops, but it was
But was
like recent hops, but it was
Yeah, Raging Bitch. That's the one.
Belgium IPA.
Raging Bitch from Flying Dog's considered a Belgian IPA. I knew it was
There's
Flying Dog. I couldn't get it.
There's only one style of IPA I've never had then. So
What's that one?
I don't know. I've had 23. So.
I got one more than you did.
Mind you, I've had a lot of American IPAs.
Yeah.
But that was the Green Flashes Little Freak was considered
390 different American IPAs I've had. Shit.
I don't feel like that the English would have a beer called Raging
Alky. Sorry.
You
Huh?
don't feel the beer is what?
I don't
Which one
feel like
was
the English would have a beer called the Raging Bitch because they're very like good or bad. They're very like proper.
I've had Raging Bitch.
Yeah,
Well,
I bet a lot
the
of people
guys-
like that, but you know.
The guys who started Kings and Convicts, they had a beer called the King's Bitch, and they were from
Yeah.
England and Australia. So, I mean, that was over here, but they had
A
beer
lot of
called
kings have
the King's
bitches, but
Bitch.
they don't want to talk about them.
Great.
I've watched some-
Wait a minute, is Craig blushing now?
Yeah, I think so.
I have watched a lot of period pieces about kings and royalty, and they all got these like bitches, but they don't acknowledge them. Everybody knows about them, but they don't.
No, I always acknowledge
No,
them.
no. You're totally off. The King's Bitch for Kings and Convicts was the British and the Australian. It was the British guy and the Australian guy.
Right, get control.
He's the
Rod.
King's Bitch because he was.
I'm almost done.
Kicking this can down the road here.
Mhm.
Oh, I know. I'm about ready to go in the hammock and watch the sky.
Oh, let me see here. Simo's back in the house as Craig. Yo.
Hi, Simo.
You
How you doing, bro?
sexy Guy.
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 Okay.
Bloody phone.
Bloody-
Okay. Craig, you sexy git.
There we go.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
I think you got it right the first time. But
Yeah. But it's interesting with just all the different IPAs and the different things of how it's transcend it now from going from what it was, and just a new journey. I think I'm gonna do a video about that, just the IPA thing, but it's kind of interesting. But I digress. Anheuser-Busch. It's funny on this because so basically everybody knows the whole Bud Light type shit happening. But it's funny because they had a thing come out talking about how the global diversity kind of offset the Bud Light sales drop. So because of how they were diverse and everything else around the world, except America, where it's just like the backlash, which is kind of funny, like an anti-diversity backlash, but they were saved by diversity from other parts of the world. It's kind of a funny thing in that sentence. I just had to kind of share there.
I don't even want to go there. So.
We're a joke. We're a joke, Craig.
But it's just the numbers came out from the world that they're doing okay still. So you need to take that hit on the Bud Light line.
I mean, I'm not going to have an opinion on it all, but what I don't understand is people they won't buy that, but they'll go and have a Budweiser. It's like, you dickheads, it's the same company.
You're right.
Yeah, that's because people.
It's like you're so dumb, you don't even realise what's going on. So.
Yeah, the media made us America aware of that. But they didn't make them aware that nobody knows it's the same company.
No, I know, but
They have no idea.
So we don't try to be informed. We just listen to what the media tells us.
Say AB InBev, it's like that, you know.
Well, one company that benefited from it, that was Molson Coors, as they capitalized on the backlash. Well, they have record sales this year now, so they've actually got a pretty good bump on their stuff, and also Constellation, who has Modelo, so. Yeah. They were able to benefit.
Yeah, Modelo, yeah. Funny enough, I read that earlier today.
Yeah. Like on the whole Budweiser thing, it's kind of like, okay, so Anheuser-Busch broke their pinky because the other 9 fingers are doing fine between the 2 hands. And
exactly.
For these other ones, they got like a lift and stuff. So, it is what it is.
It's weird how that works. But
yeah. Now,
we'll figure it out. Or they won't,
Away from Bud. So now we're into Oktoberfest season, kind of.
No, we are totally. They'll come out now.
Because Pumpkin's sticking his head out the window, like, oh no, we're back, bitches. So I am not usually one that like to track down Pumpkin. However, Southern Tier has just blown my mind today. Which, if you saw my Facebook post,
I was gonna say
they just added their caramel pumpkin pumpkin beer lineup, 8.6 ABV Imperial Pumpkin with notes of cinnamon, nutmeg, and of course caramel.
I have to get this for Chew.
And if you're wondering. It is out now
great.
Because people are already sharing where you can find it at and different stuff.
So you can send me one of them if you want.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
With Malort.
With Malort.
Does it have lactose?
I don't know if it has lactose or not, but you know what? If it did, I would still risk it because it
doesn't sound like one that does.
No, it doesn't probably.
But here's my thing. I was telling
I doubt it does actually.
The beers and it's like peanut butter and chocolate or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds amazing. And then I'll drink it. I'm like, this doesn't taste like you can kind of, it sounds like a sweet. I mean, like for people that do drink beers a lot, they know it's not actually going to taste like that. You're going to like pick up little hints of it.
It's like sweet baby Jesus or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a picture of it that Todd actually.
Wow,
like
full Todd up there.
Had lactose
Todd
in
has it right there.
It's exactly what it says on the label.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can now find that out there in the marketplace. And I wasn't planning on buying pumpkin beers right now, but you know what? If I come across it, because Southern Tier, they handle it well on their dessert type stuff like that, especially their pumpkin beers. So I would have liked to have seen it maybe towards the Warlock as a caramel, but Joe actually had this. Our friend over at the Beer Patrol. He was actually on site when he was at one of their tastings. He's said on the Facebook page. And so he's looking forward to picking up so he can do a review on it. He said it was really good. It won their competition last year for a new pumpkin to bring out. He said they had that, a habanero one, and a different version, but the caramel. Yeah.
The habanero one sounds interesting.
I would.
Yeah.
Wait, who did the Atomic Pumpkin? Was that Sierra Nevada?
Southern Tier.
Southern Tier.
No, Southern Tier did the Atomic Pumpkin?
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
It was Sierra Nevada, right?
We just had there. Atomic Pumpkin, wasn't that New Belgium?
I can't tell you.
Maybe it was New Belgium.
I think so.
I think it was New Belgium that did that one.
Because that one had a spicy kick.
that was New Belgium. Yeah.
That had a burn.
Ooh.
Okay.
I didn't realize that they got a Voodoo Ranger Atomic Pumpkin, or was that the same one? The same one.
I some of their beers when I was out in Ohio, I was really impressed with those.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
The fruit force is awesome.
the Voodoo Ranger ones are really good, but that Atomic
Mhm.
Pumpkin was craziness.
Okay. Maybe I'll check that one out. Well,
Yeah.
We
Fruit
meant-
force is the one I was drinking a lot of when I was out there.
Oh,
we
yeah.
mentioned about doing a pumpkin special, so we'll see if I can get it. That might be one of the ones to hold back.
I
There
get
you
it.
go.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's on.
Really weird not seeing what BlackRock DSP can do to a company, but Light had being transclusive without that mandate. That's very telling. Who runs things actually. Well, when they did it, it was really the marketing idea, from my understanding of a couple of their people, and it wasn't even a beer that was sold. It was basically just to celebrate the whole Dylan thing going for a whole year now in the transition. So I don't know if BlackRock had as much to really do with it, but. What's up, Dee Dee in the house? Tyler looks intense. Hey,
Double
Shannon,
D,
here's the rest of the group
double
of
D.
viewers. Yeah, I saw your message. Let me know what's going on for Saturday as well, my friend. I'll shoot you a thing back there. I was in Greenfield, South Carolina. Had some corn beer. Oh, so
Corn
you
beer
had
is
some.
really good.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm.
Outside of like regular like corn beer, like corn
Also
stuff?
known as Bud Light or Budweiser. Or...
No,
Well, that's
no,
rice.
no,
That's
it's,
rice. That's rice beer.
It's like you're making a wheat beer, like you're using wheat, but you're using corn instead. It has a sweetness, a creaminess. It comes across like a cream ale, actually.
Okay.
A little bit of that
Okay.
sweet corn end to it. It's very interesting. We have a brewer here who does kind of the old-fashioned way, kind of doing it, and it's quite good. And he actually gives free popcorn in his brewery,
Oh.
so the popcorn goes great with that beer. It really does.
Cool.
As long as it doesn't come across like a cream of corn beer. 'Cause I don't think
No,
that's
it's
that.
not. It's not cream corn beer. It's
I would not
Yeah,
want
that doesn't sound good at all.
I've had popcorn in a sour beer before, as in flavors of. But
well, that
Speaking of
was
beers.
probably an off-flavor.
no, but it was legit supposed to be. You
Where's
know,
Vanessa?
Oh, okay.
Vanessa?
I don't know if Vanessa's
Oh, which
still
one is
here.
that?
The
Oh, the
Dragon's Milk,
Crimson.
Crimson Red, yeah.
That one's
That's
so good.
Time for
Dragon's
some red
Dragon-
ale action.
is that a dragon's milk?
That's a Dragon's
Yeah.
Milk, yes, sir.
Oh, shit! Wow. Fuck. Sorry.
Sorry, I got to pour right now, so I can't get to the next thing.
You're supposed to hold it up so everyone can see. You did it
That's
wrong.
right. Hard pour that bitch. Let's go.
Look at that. There you go. The pour was
Two
solid.
other. I had 3 different ones of them, but yeah, not that one. Sure.
Yeah, that one just came out this year. So
The
11
Solero.
I had it at the tap room. It was really good.
yeah.
I've had the Solero a few times. That's pretty nice.
This only matters probably to me, but Country Rose Trust is launching a Trust Lager, an NIL beer to support WVU student athletes in partnership with Big Timber Brewing. Just because I'm a mountaineer, I had to share that story. But on the
There
same
you
point,
go.
it's funny because you're seeing all these universities that are getting beers now to help raise money for the students. And I can remember back in the day going to college, how it was like all against like underage drinking and alcohol and kinds of stuff. But it's like, so you're okay now to open up Pandora's box if it's bringing money in for that.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's got to be for the right cause, otherwise
That'd be
it's
right.
encouraging drinking. You know.
Well, a lot
Right.
of the big colleges have you can get a degree in fermentation science. So I
Well,
mean,
now
if
now
you're
some
studying
have
to
the
be a
breweries.
brewer, you have to drink even if you're underage. It's like culinary students get to drink
So
before
yeah,
they're 21 in school.
you're studying. You know.
Yeah,
Well,
you have to.
I wonder if the brewery classes they only allow like you have to be a certain senior to be able to brew, maybe. Or you have to be a legal age.
They let them brew when they're younger. I've checked because the brewery I work for is working with Southern Illinois University, and we actually had a beer on our shelves that was made by the students at Southern Illinois University. So yeah, several of the students were actually underage that helped make this beer.
Well,
So,
Yeah.
I would have gone to school more often if it.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
I
no,
would've too.
Right?
Yeah,
Right?
all these schools,
Yes.
like they're giving all these kids
Yeah.
today now, they get scholarships to
That's a
go
class
for
I can
go
get
for
paid.
video gaming, and
Yeah.
they get now they get to
I
brew
missed
beer in
that shit.
college too. Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
a scholar and didn't even know it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like, you want to get kids into school? Teach that
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, but yeah, you're seeing a lot of
Yeah,
colleges that
well,
are now
that's-
getting into the whole to
Every
get
night-
money to raise for like Wisconsin has something where they're going to be selling beer now at the hockey and basketball games to help support students for Neil.
Well, damn.
So yeah, all these colleges they're trying to raise money because now essentially college has become a pay for the athlete type program. So they got to find ways to get athletes to come there and put money in their pockets. So
it's the minor leagues is what
Yeah.
it is.
It's
never
the
mind.
right way. It's the right way to go. Yeah.
Like, yeah, don't cut the coaches' salaries that make like $3, $4, $5 million a year. We're going to do other ways to raise money because
Or
So
as
I
most
had-
people would say, it's the rest of the NCAA catching up with Kentucky basketball.
I mean, I bet not every state's going to pick up on that though. Surely, I mean,
Yeah.
there's going to be some states that be like, yeah, and others like, no.
Yeah, no, I mean, a lot of your major schools are getting, because right now the big thing happening is like right now, Florida State and ACC is threatening to leave, as long with Clemson and Miami, because they can't make enough money there to compete with the other schools. So they're telling them, you guys don't bring enough money in. If y'all can't figure it out, we're going to try to jump ship and go, wherever we go. Now, Now I know if Florida State can get anywhere because they've struggled, but Clemson, if they jumped over to SEC or something like that and everything, they're instantly going to make more money.
I saw
But that
Virginia
actually-
was
sorry,
going
sorry.
after like Florida State, Washington, and there was like 2 other schools, but I forgot who they were now.
Yeah.
So how does that work though with like state rules with alcohol, age limits and shit?
It depends
I mean,
on the state.
Yeah, the state still
No,
set,
but-
the
yeah, that's what
state
I'm
still
saying.
set, they still set the age for you with a drink or something like that and everything, but players can make money off of endorsements, and it supposedly goes to I think it's supposed to go to like a trust type fund or something for them, or how they have it handled, but they've let it where players can now get that likeness used to be able to do these kind of things. So
Okay.
I mean,
So,
Yeah.
interesting query for you guys. I had a lady come in, I was chatting with her. She was a high school guidance counselor, which is somebody who talks to the students about, finding their path and everything. And she had a young man who his dad was a brewer, his grandpa was a brewer, and the kid wanted to go into brewing school, but the guidance counselor didn't know if she was allowed to speak to this young man about where to go for brewing school because he was underage and still in high school. So
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
yeah, like she wasn't sure she could even talk to him about it.
well, yeah, depending on how they're set up for their curriculum or their system. I mean,
I
That's
know,
weird,
right?
isn't it? You can't even talk.
Yeah.
It's like that's not breaking any rules, surely.
Goodbye.
But suggesting that a child goes into beer.
yeah. Are you leaving?
Are you
Yeah, I'm
leaving,
going
Shannon?
for shooting stars.
Okay.
She's got to work tomorrow anyway.
See you later.
Good
See you,
night.
Shannon.
Good night.
See
Take
ya.
care.
I mean, I might be somewhere you had to talk to the parents or something, I guess, depending on how their regulation is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's being a
You can't-
teacher nowadays is not an easy thing for a lot of people or guys.
And you
Yeah,
can't
no.
talk to them about beer. It's like, is that against the law?
You're not supposed to.
You can't talk to them about you can't talk about history.
No, you're not allowed to talk about anything really.
No. Just anyway. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
That's a rabbit hole. But, yeah.
He said, Zach, I thought of the cream of corn when that came up too. So
No,
he said
he
he thought
didn't
the
think
same
of cream
thing.
corn. He thought of cream beer, like a cream ale.
Oh, he thought of cream beer.
Genesee.
Okay.
Like
When
it
it
was
was
very.
Tennessee cream. I've ever
The
talked
corn
about
beer.
that.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Tennessee cream ale.
The sad part is there's probably a market out there for cream corn beer because there's some psychos out there that actually like it.
Yeah. Well, probably, yeah.
Hey, Shane, did Chu tell you about his hot dog beer?
No, but I'm interested.
We were at a beer fest, and there was a young man who was a home brewer, and he brought his hot dog beer to this ballpark beer fest in
Hot dog.
Schaumburg.
What do you mean by hot dog beer?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
So a Chicago
dog
dog,
water.
a proper Chicago dog has no ketchup, but it has mustard, onions, and sweet relish.
Oof.
So this hot dog beer tasted like mustard, onions, and sweet relish, and you could smell hot dog before you sip. And
Fantastic.
he made it with those actual ingredients. And he gave Chu and I the recipe, so we have the recipe to homebrew it.
Nice.
And she wants to make
You should send that to me because I can homebrew a batch of it too.
okay.
And you know what? Actually, that reminds me of. I was just sitting here looking in my cans. I actually got a beer from Alan from One Flight Down a while ago, and it was a test batch that this brewery did. And I said, "Hey, if they come out with more of this, send me more." And he did. And this beer is called. Here's the empty can. It's called The Worst. WURST.
Yeah.
And it is a mustard sauerkraut lager. and that's exactly what I thought too. I thought this is going to be freaking gross. It was awesome.
It was not.
Really?
It wasn't the worst beer then. So.
It wasn't the worst.
Well, it's supposed to be like bratwurst, I guess, right?
Well, I
But yeah,
the hot dog beer we tried, we liked it enough to ask him for the recipe. That's how much we liked it.
Yeah.
It was good. It was weird, but it was good. It
And
was
that's-
very strange.
It wasn't the worst beer.
No.
yeah. Like I said, that was the same with this one. I wasn't expecting to like it, but I like mustard. Now, if you don't like mustard, you're not going to like this because you can definitely taste the mustard in it. But it works so well with the lager, with the mustard and the sauerkraut. It's absolutely awesome.
It keeps on giving.
See, there's times that I ask if craft beer goes too far. There's times I ask that question. Like,
No, dude. If you know what, Rod? If I get another one of these from Alan, I will send you down one.
Well, hang in there. I got a story on beer news for you. Though, if you want to try something else, yeah.
Yeah, if Shu actually makes this hot dog beer, I'll be sending a round out. Believe me. So.
Let's see here. San Jose's Foxtail Fermentation will soon launch the Solidarity Ale, and all proceeds from the beer will go to help former employees purchase Anchor Brewing. So for those of you that are out there out west trying to save Anchor, fermentation project out of San Jose, California, will have a beer coming out. We're going to be passing proceeds along. So I think Shark's out in California, but people out there might be something you want to check into.
I did hear about it. Yeah.
And then something with Anchor. I don't know if we talked about this last week or not. Like, I don't get where everybody keeps calling Anchor the first craft brewery, because if you're calling it the first craft brewery, then are you saying Yingling's not a craft brewery because the Brew Association has them as a craft brewery? And if they're the oldest brewery in the States, then Yingling would have to be the original craft brewery, right? So it's a
Would think so.
figured out. I would think like.
I mean, for Anchor to say first, if you go back in U.S. history, we had an awful lot of breweries way back before Prohibition that would technically fall under first category. So that just
I don't even know
anymore.
I don't even know if it's them really saying they're the first craft brewery. It feels like a lot of the media people say. I keep reading articles and they're saying the first craft brewery. Like, they're not.
Yeah, but they don't know, do they? Just, you know.
And then I'm like, why are you hiring people that don't know what they're writing about? That's the other thing, right?
They've got a bit of yeah, they got some information, but not. Just do some research. You know?
Yeah.
Well, who can really be bothered to do research right now? I mean, journalists especially. They have so much internet to look at. It's
yeah. They just
do proper research.
Everybody
people believe them. So.
People let AI write their stuff. They go play Call of Duty.
AI.
They know what they're doing. Yeah. Brews for New Avenues, world's largest rare beer auction to raise money to prevent youth homelessness. This is out in Portland, Oregon. The event is in its 11th year and has raised more than $1.7 million to help the Portland nonprofit. Last year, they raised over $267,000.
That's awesome.
And it's actually kind of a cool type thing out there. They're trying to surpass that this year, but these are like some of the rarest beers you can find that they auction off. I don't know who keeps them out that long. Like, some breweries would donate stuff, and I'm just
there's lots of porters out there. You know?
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff out there. It's got to be stuff that ages well too, because there's a lot of bourbon barrel type stuff they do. And but I'm like, if you get that, like, if you got to an auction and say you bought a bottle of this thing to donate, and I don't know, it costs you $10,000. Do you ever crack that open at a certain point, or do you kind of just keep it as a souvenir?
Hard to say.
I mean, depending on how much dollars you put in, like, when do you get to enjoy that, or does it just become a novelty piece for you?
I'd sell it. Jeez.
Yeah, for me, I would keep that. I would never crack. Like, if I paid $5,000-$10,000 for a beer, I never crack that.
Get a load more beer.
It's one of those things. I mean, you get it. Like, do you open it ever, or
I think the highest I've done is $40 for a 4-pack, so I don't think I have to worry about this one too much.
I was gonna say, I feel like I have beers downstairs. Like, I'm like, do I really want to crack it? I mean, it's 10 years old. Do I really want to, or just keep it?
Well, what's the most you guys have ever spent for one beer? Do you remember?
For one beer?
Shannon bought me what was the name of it? But it was like a big bottle, but it was like $49.99 or something for it. Like a 20, like a Coors, or like 25.9 ounce, or bigger, like the. Yeah, it was big. It was probably like. God, I don't even know how many ounces. Let me look it up. It was one of the what the hell is it called? Hang on, I'm looking it up.
I paid
I definitely was on Untapped, so
45 quid for a Magnum.
A Magnum?
Like,
Okay.
Yeah, a free Fontainer, like the regular Gers. But it's a Magnum, so it's like, yeah, But, when you go into a bottle share, it's like you want enough, It's like
you can spread that around. Yeah.
So, but yeah, one of those. Well, you can get it cheaper, but it's just like 1.5. So
I think the most I've paid for a bottle of beer, I think it was a 500 ml, and it was like 18 and change for 500 ml bottle. But I mean, that's like like $2.75 American, so it's not really that expensive.
yeah, I was gonna say
The Canadian conversion.
Canadians always complain about how expensive the beer is.
Well, and you know what's funny? I reviewed a beer today that'll come out in a couple of days, and it's one that Blue Ice had suggested for. He actually picked it up off the shelf and said, "Here, man, try this," because me and Blue Ice have similar palates. Oh, and I'm dropping all my empty cans all over the place. And it was
I did.
it was
Fast times at
$5.65.
Ridgemont High. Yeah.
Yeah. It was $5.65 American, and I'm like, holy crap! I convert that into Canadian, and I'm like, that's a freaking pricey beer, but it was amazing. I'm so glad he suggested that one to me.
Yeah, I did a $40 4-pack from 450 North once.
But that's 10 a beer. That's 10 a beer then, so that's not terrible, I guess.
Yeah, so that was expensive, and honestly, I didn't like it very much.
this one was called Black Albert.
Oh, that's I know. Destroys.
Yes, and it was a Belgian stout, and it was like a big ass. I don't know how many ounces it was, but it was huge.
Yeah. There's lots of different versions of that.
Yeah. And she paid like $50 for it. She bought it for her birthday or something, I think. She's like, I just bought it because I knew you never would. And I was like, no, I wouldn't pay that much for a beer.
It's like, what are you doing?
But you know what? For that, because
take it back.
That was
Never
was
said.
That the same size like the DeVille bottles when I took you to the place in Kentucky?
Say it again, Ron.
Was that the same size of the DeVille bottles that we got in Kentucky that time, or was it bigger?
I'm gonna say this was like. I'm gonna say it's probably like.
Might have been like 40 ounce or something, maybe.
Now I feel like it was kind of like the size of a growler in just a bottle form.
Todd, I need to talk to you about how you're showing us this bottle size. You're showing top hand. Your bottom hand is never showing. So it's really hard to judge where that bottom hand is. I just see a top hand, and I'm thinking, is it from the floor? Is it from your waist? Is it from the table?
You don't know where his bottom hand is. But yeah,
it's like that fisherman that tells.
Both hands visible, Todd. Both hands.
I feel like Todd is like, I called a fish this big, but the fish was really this big. But he's like,
yeah. You just do the one hand. It was this big. It was this big. It was this big.
It was this big.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. He's just doing it the other way.
It was as long as a piece of rope. We understand. As long as a piece of rope.
If it was a good sized bottle, coming from Belgium, I can see where you would pay that amount for sure. So, which would be a bad deal.
It's going to be a 750. It's going to be a 750 mil.
Yeah. And 100 IBUs. First out.
What was the ABV?
Nice.
13%.
Okay.
750 mil.
Was it like a wine bottle size?
750 mil, I reckon.
750
Mal,
mil.
about this size.
Oh, was that big? Okay. It was as tall as a small child.
Basically, yes.
No. Yeah, I think the most I paid, I think was.
I used to like you.
When they got the goose,
as a small tortoise.
When they got the Goose Island last year, I
maybe
think
a little bit bigger. Maybe a little bit
49 a bottle. I think I paid for one of them. Was 49. So
we get the over here at least we get the smaller bottles like the 3.75 ml bottles of that now.
Craig, how big are those?
Of the Goose Island.
They're still
You're right.
Yeah, the smaller ones. But yeah,
the size of your average baby koala. Got it.
Wow.
See, having said that,
in that ballpark.
When I was in Chicago, I was kind of perusing a couple of the bottle shops and hopefully was looking for a bottle of Utopias, which I obviously did not find.
Those are hard to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just hoping, just like by sheer luck, because I don't get down to the States very often. So I was just hoping, just on a pure luck, I would find it. And I know my wife would have friggin' killed me, but I was going to buy it anyway.
Yeah.
I had a chance to buy one of those a few years ago, and I kind of just passed on it. I was just like, just not as big, and I wouldn't really tried as much.
I was just hoping
when I saw it, it was like 170 or 180, I think, when I saw it there.
That's pretty cheap.
That's cheap for that. That's cheap for that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like I was expecting to pay like between like $200 and $300 easy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like I know when TK and Anderson bought their bottle, they paid $400 for theirs.
Yeah.
Did they get it at the store, or did they get it like on the secondary? The secondary, the price gets driven by people that sell it.
I think he saw it in a store. I think Anderson was, because he travels a lot. I think he saw it in a store. He's like, holy crap, I got to get that for me and TK. And he, brought it up to the counter, and he's like, hey, how much is this? And the guy says $400. So they split the cost of it, and off they went.
I don't really.
You ask the guy in the middle center. He'll drink the whole thing. Doesn't even realize what he's drinking.
Yeah, but that's the trouble. It's like, but they don't appeal to me really. I mean, not that we get them over here or anything like that. But they're not really beer, are they? They're not.
Yeah, they call it beer, but at that level,
but it's like I've had things similar, like Sink the Bismarck from Brewdog and shit like that, and it's like they're not beer.
Yeah, well, it's like 28%, right? I mean, and it's not a beer you're supposed to drink all at once. You're only supposed to have like just like an ounce or two, and then put it back up and have some more later.
No one told Todd. No one told Todd that.
No one told Todd. Todd just downed it. He chugged it for the FU chug challenge.
I drank all that one night. I drank it all.
Yeah. But they're more of a liqueur, like at the end of the night, just little, whatever.
Like a Malort.
Yeah, for sure. No.
I would like to try the snake bite though at some point.
Snake venom.
Snake venom, 67%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was going for about £28 over here not too long ago. So it's pretty cheap.
Good old Brewdog.
Well, you got that. You got Sink the Bismarck. You've got what's the other one?
I think is Snake Venom still the top one now? Nobody's passed them yet, right?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't keep up with that sort of thing.
I know they did it because they wanted to be the highest ABV when they created that. I don't think anybody passed them yet.
That's Brewdog. Brewdogs?
Yeah, Brewdog, yeah.
I've had both of their strong ones. I can't remember the other name of what the other one is.
They wanted to make the Dave Chappelle get you drunk beer.
Yeah, but I've had both of them, and they're like, like spirits.
Yeah,
beer,
it's more like a novelty type thing, I think.
Yeah. When Paul was over, we had Paul bought a bottle of Sink the Bismarck. It was like he paid like 50 odd quid for a free 30ml bottle.
Well,
that was like 6 years ago. 5 years ago, yeah. So
nice,
craziness.
Hey, Mallory, are you ready to join me for my segue I'm going to do here?
There's a segue.
Yeah, you'll have to excuse me, guys, while I have a sip of my beer. Oh, wait a minute, that's not a beer. That's a Chuggy Award.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Mine is downstairs on top of a bookshelf.
What?
Prominent display.
Oh, dude, I am such a girl. I sleep with both of these. I cuddle up with them.
There you go.
Why is that a girl thing? Excuse me?
I don't know. It's like, I don't know.
You're such a girl, you sleep with trophies? That's weird.
I know, right?
Aren't they wood? He sleeps with wood.
My
Don't go there, Rod.
my wife does the same thing. She sleeps with a trophy every night.
Yeah, well,
oh my God.
She would totally disagree with that, but yeah.
Rod started it, so let's carry on.
He's walking around. I got some wood.
That's right.
We've got wood.
Be careful where you say that, Rod. You're going to get blacklisted from places.
Right?
Well, Shane's the one carrying the wood.
That's true. Carrying the hardware. I'm proud of this stuff, even though I've been recently accused of cheating to get these. But
of course, you were recently accused.
I was.
You solved the word system, and then you won 2 of the 4. So.
Hey, but you got the hardware. So.
I know it's other people voting. I know.
I'm being very good here, Rod. I'm just saying.
It sounded like Steve Harvey was doing it, from what I know.
Come on,
right?
Just saying.
Right? No. Like I said,
this-
I kept all the stats and everything. I kept everybody who voted. So if anybody ever wanted to question it, I do have that information for them, because it does look sketchy when the guy who organizes it wins too.
Hey,
But-
but if you're not cheating, you're not trying. So you know.
No, I would never cheat, because I mean, to me this is nothing. This is just something fun. To me, it means nothing. I mean, it means something, but it's not.
No,
It's a
I
doorstop.
know.
It's a doorstop, you know.
We know it was audited by Arthur Adam. Wait a minute, they're not in business
Well, see,
anymore.
the tricky part of it is the people you had voting are friends of you who may have seen the other channels, but not necessarily be knowledgeable about the other channels. So we run into a little issue, but it's all good. I know the other people voting are like all of our friends who are all beer reviewers and all the stuff. So
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah.
And like I said I think the last video I did, I'm like, hey, I'm proud of this, but somebody come and take this away from me next year. I want people to put out high quality videos and edit and do all that crap. I don't want to win this next year. I want somebody else to win it, and deservedly so.
Hey, your award looks good, but not as good as the glass Mallory has. I'm just saying.
Did you see?
Don't.
Was that
for sure.
Was that fest beer? I assume. I don't know. Is it a fest beer? Oh, you got the glass. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It
fresh
is a
beer.
fest beer, though.
Yeah,
That is nice.
Yeah, nice.
This
For
is
review.
the Oktoberfest for my company. Literally just came
I was
out.
going to say you've got the T-shirt, so there you go.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I literally came in from work. Like I got here just a little bit late because I was driving from work. I was supposed to be off at 4:15. It would have been fine, but the other bartender came in, and then he had to run and help them with the taps at this event, and then he had to run and get ice because our ice maker stopped working, and the world imploded. I had to stay bartending until 6:30, and just barely got home a little bit late to get here on the show. So. The fun being a manager is that you have to fill in the holes when things fall apart. It's
Yeah.
what you have to do. So it's been a
Oh,
little.
Of course.
I'm going to leave
Cool.
that alone. I won't put a joke there, but okay.
Well, Thursday is supposed to be my day off, like my official day off with the company, and it has not happened yet. So I keep
That's
hoping.
management. That's management life. Right?
It's never
I
happened.
keep hoping I will get a Thursday off someday, but
Well.
it hasn't happened as of yet.
Looking at other beer news, Montclair Brewery out of New Jersey, they'll be saluting 50 years of hip hop with an awesome 2-beer collaboration. So they're doing a salute, which is a crisp golden ale to be released on draft and in cans. And I'm starting to see this with some other breweries. One of the other ones is doing like a Notorious B.I.G. collab type can for their beer. And all of this going into the fall is going to be a lot of hip hop type stuff. So it's kind of cool. I'm going to be kind of watching it, just kind of see who's doing what out there.
Wasn't there another beer can with Notorious B.I.G. on it?
Huh?
Wasn't there another beer can that came out several years ago with Notorious B.I.G.?
Yeah, there was another one. There was another one. There was that Notorious. I think that's one Dave may have done, the POG or something.
I saw TK's video on it. That's
Yeah,
why I'm like, I feel like I saw that.
So I had to keep an eye on that kind of stuff because I'm kind of wondering if they're just kind of borrowing the hold on, how do I want to say it? Kind of like, yeah, but not really putting into it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a lot of times things get taken for granted and you're not really supporting it, but you're just taking it. So
right,
be interesting to see. Now this brewery in Montclair, I know they are actually doing support with stuff when they're doing it for their end. So they're pretty legit on theirs. But it's kind of like me and Todd talked about when they did the Black is Beautiful for we lost Shane there for the Three Floyds. Kind of felt like they mailed their Black is Beautiful in. It kind of wasn't what it was supposed to be. So, and then the other beer news items we were talking about, corn beer and all these other kind of beers. California company turns recycled shower sink water into beer.
Huh.
Would you give that a try? Because everybody's on board with the hot dog beer. Would you drink this type of beer knowing it's been cleaned and everything? It's been recycled.
To be fair, if you're not close to a big freshwater lake, you're probably drinking recycled water anyway.
Right. True.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's not that big a deal.
It's just when you say it like that.
Yeah, when you
Right,
say it
yeah.
that way, it's
I'm just saying it like it was ran. Recycle, shower, sink. I mean, it might be a hairy situation, but some people might be okay with it.
but there's water recycling plants all over the
Yeah,
place.
the water treatments,
Water and pump
Yeah.
it back into the city, right? That's
sewage works and stuff like that. Yeah.
when you're in a landlocked area and you're not close to freshwater lakes. I mean, maybe sometimes you have to.
It's going to be boiled, so I guess.
Yeah.
That's where you say this beer has a little twang to it.
Yeah. This beer is very clean. This beer is very clean,
It tastes an awful lot like soap. I don't know.
Yeah, it's got
Well, that's like being in
that's
Nebraska.
cracked some suds,
Being in Nebraska and ordering seafood. You're like,
There we
where
go.
did this
I like
seafood
that.
come from? There's no seafood around here. Yeah.
You're right.
Oh,
What was it a demolition man when Sylvester Stallone got out and he ordered a hamburger and they're like, do you see any cows? Like, that's rat meat, He's like,
So
what's
when
good?
they say-
The best rat meat I ever had.
So when they say the beer has a lot of funk, you have to be a little concerned.
That musty might be must if you're getting IPA. I'm just saying. That might be homegrown must right there in the beer.
Dank to the original right there.
Yeah.
We really do need to work on adjectives.
Should be a shower beer, couldn't it?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go. Shower beer. Yeah.
We'll just call it shower beer. Look at that.
Done.
Straight from
Marketing.
the shower.
Right there.
Let me see the comments here. Didi says, has anybody tasted AMB's Honeydew Honeysuckle Wheat Beer? I can't get enough of it. Bought 2 6. Got 6 of them. No, I have not had that one. Not familiar with that one.
Though.
I have not had that one either.
JT says craft brewery or microbrewery only existed after 1977 when Jimmy Carter changed regulations on home brewers on Anchor and Yuengling can't be. Now, actually, they are technically considered craft breweries.
Yeah.
And they were like doing steam beer before 77. So, yeah, it's kind of a weird type thing. By definition, New Albion and Brew of Sonoma would be considered the first opening in the early 77. Yeah, now, see, they had it before Jimmy Carter's homebrew. Jimmy Carter's homebrewing allowed home brewers to definitely do that, which did do the kickoff of stuff. But Fritz Maytag bought Anchor in the 60s.
Yeah.
I can't remember when he did the steam beer, if that was later in the 70s when he launched that, but yeah.
What happens to the image rights of that style of beer as well? That's one of the questions of.
Well, that could be up for sale now. That whoever buys, if they do buy Anchor, they can take on the rights to call their stuff steam beer.
But I mean, if they don't get bought out or whatever, then what happens to that style? Is it just is anyone allowed to?
I would think it expires for the California Common Ale that someone else can kind of take it on.
I just looked it up. It says that the steam beer that Anchor started was actually 1849.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was a while back ago.
1849 was the first.
Which would actually make sense because of steam power and stuff.
Right.
Back then. Yeah.
I would say like steampunk.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Wow, that's old for you
So
guys.
maybe that's why people are calling them first then.
Well, when was Yuengling? Yuengling was formed. They're 100 and something years old. What was the year for Yuengling?
I'm checking now.
You may have solved the mystery, Mal.
Interesting.
1829.
So Yuengling was first.
Years earlier.
Yeah, because they're the oldest brewery. So
Yeah.
Yuengling was founded in 1829 by David G. Yuengling on Center Street in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. 5 generations later, it's still being operated by the Yuengling family.
I mean, you got that rule of you produce a certain threshold amount of beer, and then it's not technically craft anymore, and all that shit.
Yeah, it's like under 6 million barrels now.
Yeah, but that's the purest. That's the purest, though. But
yeah. It used to be under 2 million, I think, and then they moved it when Sam Adams got bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep saying
Depends
the
on
goal-
Sam Adams. They moved the
Yeah, they moved the goalpost.
Yeah.
No, interesting, but yeah, whatever.
Todd can tell. So Helva breast for fish story, right? Yeah, Todd's bigger and
It's
bigger.
this
And
big.
bigger.
I swear it was this big.
You give him enough time, he said he would have reeled in jaws. I
Double
mean,
D is just like that play. Start out this short, then it ended up. Can't even tell you.
Gonna need a bigger glass. You're gonna need a bigger glass, you know.
Can't even.
What's up, Trez?
Trez. Not much hoping it doesn't rain tomorrow. Yeah, he's golfing tomorrow, so hopefully it doesn't
He's
rain.
golfing every day.
Well, it is Friday. He's got his tea time there. Yeah, it's supposed to rain here. Yeah, you guys up there. I was gonna say Todd as well. They got stuff that's supposed to hit like I think Missouri and all that tomorrow, but I think you're supposed to get stuff Saturday, possibly. And then
Yeah.
Sunday is
Oh,
supposed to
good.
hit
I'll have a slow day at work.
Yeah.
I watched some of the forecasts yesterday and I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Further west and like,
well, we're Missouri and like where Blake and them are Arkansas and JV, they're supposed to get like some serious stuff happening.
yeah, but they're used to it though, aren't they? They just every week it feels like they're going through
You
some
say
stuff.
they're used to it, but
Well, it's like
honestly, when
Sunday,
that tornado
Monday,
comes,
Yeah. Shane said,
when that
sorry you guys
tornado
had to
comes,
run
you're not used to it
skiers.
anymore.
You too,
No,
Shane. Do you guys still get a lot of rain in England? Like
we lost 6 weeks. Shit, we had a lot. We've missed all that big heat down in the Med. It's like, thank God, but yeah, it's still been quite warm. It's just yeah. It's supposed to get nice next week apparently. So
Apparently.
I hope it doesn't. We've actually had Europeans coming over for our weather. You know, Southern Europeans coming north to us because they want the cool weather and rain. It's like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's weird. Yeah.
But no, I've been through 5 or 6 tornadoes, and you think you're prepared for them, but you're never really prepared for them. You're like,
you get the little
shit, the roof's gone.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, I mean, this.
Yeah,
Or
that's not
hey,
good.
there's a tree in my living room. Surprise!
Yeah, I don't know about all that shit, but I mean, I love extreme weather, but yeah, you don't want no one to go through that shit. You know?
Did you know that windmill used to be not spun around 3 times and in the middle of my car? Yeah. Super fun. Hey, I used to have a trampoline.
Yeah.
I don't anymore.
Yeah, it disappeared.
So we talk about extreme weather, and every year it seems like the weather's getting different. So it's getting worse. So I was watching. Occasionally, I watch the Weather Channel as I flip through stuff. It must be because I'm getting older or whatever. Why am I watching the Weather Channel? I have no idea. But sometimes it pulls you in.
I've always been old. So.
Yeah. Out in Colorado, they had a tornado. They were showing on one of the mountains, like 14,000 feet up. That's never really supposed to happen.
Right.
And they just had it now again on the East Coast in one of the higher elevation areas too. So now we're seeing tornadoes up in mountains.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of that before.
It's kind of freaky, and like again, it's like I don't know what's going on with the Earth right now, but it's some crazy stuff happening for sure. So that sounds fun, Now you got tornadoes in the mountains. You got pavement like 168 degrees in places. What else? What else could hurricane season bring to us right now? What else could possibly happen?
The sea temperature off Florida at the moment is like off the chain. It's like
right. Well, that's the thing. So you got like 110 or 100.
Yeah, the seawall is like.
And guess what? They were showing like there's all these schools of sharks coming in close. I'm telling you, we are this close to having a sharknado happening. That tornado comes in, it picks those sharks up and starts throwing them at people inland. I'm just telling you, it's close. We're getting there. We're getting there. I actually
flying sharks.
Last week I saw a shark jump in a boat. I saw a shark jump in a boat last week on the video. We got whales attacking boats, but I saw a shark jump in a boat. And they're like, they don't know what to do. I mean, they never had a shark jump in their boat.
They're trying to cool down.
They're like trying to say, push the shark off. Like, I'm not going to push the shark off. You push the shark off. I'm not getting near the shark over there. Like, yeah. So we got some interesting stuff happening right now. So my beach season's over, by the way, because I don't feel like I'm going to go in the water right now. Just to we get some things.
No, I don't want to go in the water. I can't swim.
And now we got like some.
You live on an island. You should swim. You should.
I can swim here, but I'm not going to swim there. So yeah.
And then tonight I saw on the news they had some new fruit fly that came in with some fruit from Asia that wasn't really checked the way it should be. And now they're afraid that's starting to decimate some of the crops. They're trying to. It's just like all these.
I know. Drew's like some of the midges he's getting in his house at the moment. Like he lives down in Florida, and it's like they're really. I don't know what they're called, but I think they're up and down the East Coast at the moment. I don't know what they are, but they're pretty bad by the sound of it.
Well, I saw last night an alligator that got through a fence. Like the alligator's not supposed to get through a fence, but the alligator got through the fence because it had its babies on the other side, and keep the fence out, and this alligator squeezed itself through and was hissing at the people, and the people were like,
yeah. Well, as soon as they got young, it's like
Would you guys forgive me for 1 second? Chu's still at work, and I'm hearing like footsteps in my house.
Oh no! Okay, yeah, definitely.
Hey, at least my phone didn't start playing music on its own this time.
That's true. That was weird. It didn't start playing music one night. What if she has some paranormal activity? That'd be interesting. That'd be something new for the show. Paranormal activity with Mal.
Yes.
Well, hopefully it's
You're like, they'd be like, you guys are just drunk. No, we got it on video.
too much weed, you know. So.
Too much. Yeah.
Possibly. It's possible.
What's up, Big Daddy in the house? Sipping a big. Now we're gonna have a Bigfoot sighting.
Nice.
Yeah. I haven't had any Bigfoot since I did the Bigfoot series a while back. There's some nice Bigfoot variations they have though.
I think I've had one of the barrel aged ones before.
Yeah.
I don't think we even get any of that here anymore.
Well, I don't think they release them all every year. They release the base one I think every year, but not the variants and stuff.
We get some of the not just that, but the torpedo, barrel aged torpedo and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
And we get the is it the quad? I can't remember what it's called, but they're available. They're about 23, 24 quid a pop.
Like the 22-ounce bottle.
I have to ask you to send me shit that I should get over here anyway.
Oh, he always gets shit. He gets clout. Well, not clout.
I know he does.
Who was the one? You get Treehouse and shit over there all the time. Like that comes.
We don't get them all the time.
Okay.
Although
you get more than we get them.
Yeah, right. Yes, exactly.
Well, in fairness, my mate brought back like a load.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're sitting on them for quite a while, and we polished them off on last Saturday, just gone, and we had 17 different tree houses. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I've got some of the cans behind me. Just I'm keeping them. So. We had 3 of the Julius series, not the base one, but the other ones. So it's like they're pretty good.
Don't be stingy.
They were good. They were good. But between about 5 of us, we like sharing the can.
There you go. Nice. Cool.
Did you find out what the sounds were?
No, I checked the whole house. There's nothing there.
Are you sure? Like, Chu's not there, like, just messing with you?
No, he's still at work. He doesn't get off until 9, and it takes him at least half an hour to clear the brewery before he comes home.
And you heard footsteps?
I did.
You live in a flat, or?
Yeah, it's a townhouse, a 2-floor townhouse. But
right, okay.
Yeah, there's no one here. So, and the doors were all locked. I don't know.
You don't feel like a cold. You feel like a cold chill or anything like that?
No, it's warm.
Okay.
Because
they say sometimes the paranormal activity, you have like a cold chill. So they'll feel the.
No, my house ain't haunted. The brewery I work at, that's for sure haunted. But my house.
No, the phone rang. The phone rang. You didn't know why it rang, or it just.
Well, it wasn't ringing. It kept playing music.
That could be a ghost in there.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like I would have noticed something else before now, though. I've been living here for 5 years.
Yeah, well, maybe it's shy. Maybe it took a while. You know,
I
maybe
mean,
it's like England. England can't go across the country all at one time. It took us a while to move around. You know?
I mean, the brewery, I worked there only for a year, and I already saw 3 ghosts. So I'm like, no, I'm good.
Oh, see, Mel.
Really? Wow.
Home with you.
Oh, yeah. And I'm still hearing them. It's really weird.
Supposedly they can, like, piggyback on you and go.
You seen 3 ghosts at the brewery?
Yeah.
What do you think making, like, what did you see? Like, what made you, like,
so
was it like a shadow or something?
When I started there, like when you're closing or opening, you're by yourself. And most of the folks who are opening or closing have the music playing. I don't, because I'm like focused. But so I didn't have music on, but I heard kids giggling, a child giggling off in the corner. I would hear footsteps all the time, a couple things, this or that squeaking or creaking that were unusual. Because I'm in that brewery an awful lot. Like, I work there a lot. And they're unusual sounds for the space. So I didn't think much of it at first until I saw the kid. The kid was the first one I saw. I was walking to a table, and I saw a child out of the corner, like the corner of my eye, running past. He was wearing brown and gray, but I didn't get a good look at him. And I turned to tell the kid to stop running in the brewery, because are you freaking kidding me? Control your kids, people. Don't let them run in breweries. But I turned to tell the kid to stop running, and there was no kid there. And I realized after I turned to tell them to stop that I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear footsteps. I didn't hear sound. I just saw them go by.
Was it
And
transparent or is it like?
again, it was corner of the eye, so it was like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw movement, and knew the vague shape of what I saw, but I looked and it was gone.
Yeah.
So the first one I didn't think much of. I was just like, oh, I'm just imagining things. It's fine. Then I
Yeah.
saw the older gentleman when I was out back of the brewery. He was standing on the other side of a tent flap. Like we had one of those big, tents that you do like for weddings and stuff, so you can see through them. They have like the fake windows or whatever that's plastic.
Yeah.
And he was an older gentleman, a bit rotund, in a bowler hat, wearing a brown tweed suit, and he was staring at one of our coolers out there, like our food cooler out in the back. And I saw him, and I started walking out to ask if he needed anything. And when I got there, he was gone. So I was like, okay, well, that's fun. And then the third one is I'll be behind the bar, and I'll see a lady in a red dress walking in the door out of the corner of my eye. And I'll look up to greet her, and I'll realize the door is still closed. The door hasn't opened. But I saw the lady in the red dress coming in. I've seen her at least 20 times. Like,
Wow.
I see her a lot. But
She's a regular. She's a regular.
The kid is
She's
problematic. Like, she just walks in. She doesn't do anything else. The kid is the problem because he plays tricks. Like, I was scrubbing the floor at one point because I had spilled beer all over. So I'm scrubbing the floor, and all of a sudden, one of the trash cans next to me, it sounded like someone knocked on it really hard, like a double knock on this trash can. I'm like, it startled me,
Yeah.
But I hear him laughing. I hear him running around. There's a little alleyway where our ice machine is, and I've seen him like hiding around the corner as I'm coming in, like he's playing hide and seek. And I've seen him an awful lot, and he's just a playful little thing, but I just don't have time. I'm too busy.
So Mal, what is the story behind the building?
So before it was us, it was a tea shop that was owned by Billy Corgan, I believe.
Okay, the singer, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like this goes way back before then, even.
Yeah, before that, it was for a long time. It was a post office. It was a post office for a super, super long time. And then before that, I'm not sure. I'm still hearing footsteps. Jesus Christ. Okay, sorry.
Maybe you're like maybe you got some medium skills.
No,
like
I'm not kidding. Like they say like entities can attach to people and you can take them home or whatever. So maybe they're actually in your house.
Maybe he came with you.
I'm not being.
But you know
what?
This is
not a joke. I'm being serious.
This is why Shannon thinks you would pick up a cheetah, I guess, because as a black guy, I'd be like, shit, I'm out. I'm out.
No.
Honestly, when the kid, like the Ghost Adventures or whatever, they say that shit. You can like take home demons and shit with you, whatever. Like,
honestly, when the kid gets too playful, I just tell him, "Man, I can't right now," or like, "Stop, don't." And I just
go to bed.
It does stop. Like the footsteps stop.
Is anybody else there with you? They're like, who are you talking to?
So I've only had someone else there with me once when it happened. I had the owner there, and the head chef, which he works 2 doors down, but he was there, and it was the 3 of us sitting there. I was cleaning the floor. The 2 of them were sitting at the bar, but they were at one end of the bar, and at the other end of the bar was one of those bells like you see at the hotels that you tap and it rings.
Yeah.
And the 3 of us were far from this bell, and I was talking to them about the things I'd seen. The owner was saying, "Oh, no, I've been here late so many times. There's nothing here." And the chef was like, "Well, what about that one time?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, well, there was one time." So apparently he was sitting there at the bar working on his computer, and he saw one of our teenage helpers come through the bar and go into the bathroom. And he kept working on his computer. He didn't think about it. But a half hour passed and he never came out of the bathroom. So he went over to check and there was no one there. So he went and got the head chef, who was still over in the kitchen, brought him over, and they searched the whole place. There was not another person there, but he swears he saw someone walk into the bathroom. So he's like, okay, there was one time, but I'm not counting that as a thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, has everyone else seen the same kind of descriptions you've seen? Kind of.
So for the head chef, what he said is he hears children as well. Mostly he hears them towards like the ceiling or the roof. Like he's heard children like running and laughing up above. So that's what he told me he's heard. That's the only thing he's noticed.
Okay.
For me, I've noticed the other things, but while we were talking about this, and the owner was saying, "Well, it's not true. It's not true." A little candle holder fell over onto this bell and rang it at the other end of the bar from where we all were.
That's a bit weird.
And I walked over and I'm like, dude, they're telling you they're here. They just rang the bell. Like, we weren't over here. And he's like, he doesn't believe. It's
He
fine.
was like, coincidence. Just
But I mean, the bell freaking rang. It was really strange. So
Right, yeah.
just as we're talking about that too. So,
you should
I
set up
don't
a
worry
camera
too
there. You
much
should
about
set up a camera there some night to record, see if anything.
Yeah, no
shows up.
kidding.
And because we have so many employees, I mean, we have 20 to 30 employees. If you say, oh, this thing moved from here to over there, it's probably because someone moved it. There's a lot of employees. We're moving things all the time. You can't.
But if you set up after
things.
Set up like after hours when nobody's there.
I mean, they have cameras. I don't know that it records. I mean, like it probably has like a 24-hour stay or something, and then it disappears. But they have cameras. But the owners don't believe, so they're not going to share the camera footage with me, I'm sure.
Or
I wish I could see what happened when that bell rang that night, though.
When you're doing after hours, if you're there by yourself, just take your camera and be like, start talking, like, is there anybody here? Blah, blah, blah. See if you can.
There you go. Ghost Adventures with Mal.
I suppose I could, but I generally try not to engage because it gets weird. I've had that happen at other jobs before, and I don't want to have that happen again.
We already brought him home. What's the worst could happen?
What happened on the other jobs? Like, again, like a ghost type thing? You might have some medium type thing.
I worked for a Barnes & Noble for about 5 years. I was a manager there, and we would open and close the stores ourselves. And we had to walk up and down all the shelves, make sure everything was fine. And it was the most annoying thing. I would always have someone whisper my name right by my ear. As I'm walking through, and I'm the only one there. I would have someone whisper my name right here, and it would freak me out every time. And I was like, I would turn around and say, "Stop it!" And it would stop, and I was fine. But it happened a lot. And I was opening the store with another manager. I was helping train her and everything. And she was there, and all of a sudden she turned around and yelled, "Stop it!" to the store. I'm like, "Stop what? I'm not doing anything." And she said, "No, the voices. They called my name again." I'm like, holy shit, what did you say? And it freaked me out a little bit and she was like a Reiki healer and crystals and stuff. Like she was way into the things. I was not that person. But the fact that she said the exact thing that I had been experiencing was really strange. So, and it wasn't just the two of us. There were two others we found that also had people whispering to them when they were working. Before hours, after hours at the Barnes & Noble. And I don't know what was on the grounds before that. It was a big old shopping mall, so who knows what was there. But yeah, so there were a couple weird things there.
Ghostbusters, who are you going to call? Mal.
Yeah.
What do you mean, who are you going to call? Literally, I just tell them to knock it off so I can finish whatever I'm doing. I don't do anything else.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm like, dude, I seriously cannot deal with your deadness right now.
Alcoholic ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's pretty funny. That's interesting.
It's still interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
something going on there. So yeah.
The corner where I always hear the laughing. Like I said, that kid's a little prankster. He causes trouble all the time. But I was sitting at my computer close to that corner, and there was scratching on the door.
Oof.
There was no one on the back patio.
That would freak me out. That would.
The back
patio.
It's a big metal door, but that fingernails on metal kind of scratching thing.
God.
And that one actually gave me chills a little bit. I got
out. Oh, that would be like nah.
Yeah, that's when Rajay needs a new job.
Yeah,
I don't mind ghosts and hearing bits, but yeah, that kind of thing.
I didn't like the scratching. I didn't like when he thunked on the trash can. Those were not my favorites. But otherwise, I mean, when he's playing hide and seek and I'm trying to put away stock and stuff, I'm not worried about that. It's fine. Do your thing, kid. I don't care. But when he actually startles me, I'm not pleased.
No, I mean, they say that kids move things a lot just like for playing and shit.
Yeah. And I'm sure possible, but honestly, we have so many staff. Everyone's moving stuff.
Well, that's what he's saying.
Something was moved.
And I know people in their own houses like, fucking something's moved here, and then it just appears where it weren't there.
Yeah,
Right.
That kind of shit.
yeah.
Apparently that's a trait. Apparently,
But it's for sure a haunted brewery, and I don't think anyone wants to go public with it, so I probably shouldn't be talking about it this much. I find it interesting. It doesn't bother me. It's fine.
I mean, it could work out for him. We had a
well, I know, but then you get all the weird people.
Trez is still here in Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area, we have a haunted bar that was supposedly haunted, and people they do tours and stuff like that and everything, and it's haunted and
Yeah,
supposedly
well,
things.
I know you can market it, but honestly, like, do you really want to be known as that, or do you want to be known for how good your beer is at that point?
I mean, if it brings business in, it's just a side thing to it. Side
I know,
attraction.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
People though, you get
Yeah.
really weird people who are into that stuff, and it's like those
Yeah.
aren't people who are going to try your beer. Those are people who are going to want to walk around and not drink your beer. I don't want. What's the point?
You're here for the wrong reasons, kind of deal. Yeah.
Yeah. I just nah.
I know what you mean.
Anyway, it doesn't bother me. It's fine. None of the other staff, well, some of the other staff, but none of the other staff are like really having troubles with it or anything. A couple of them see weird stuff, but nothing crazy. So they're all fine. I think I'm the only one that's seeing like manifestations, I guess, if you can call it that, because it's always corner of the eye. I never actually see a thing. So.
Well, maybe it likes you. Maybe it likes you more.
Maybe I just have an overactive imagination. It's very possible.
Maybe you believe in it and they don't.
Maybe.
I don't know. They reckon that's a thing. It's if you're open to that idea, then they'll show themselves to you, not in that way, but you know what I mean. So
possibly.
I don't know.
I would say that stuff's true. I've heard, besides yours, I've heard many stories of people having interactions with, whatever.
Yeah.
Mom and dad, when they were kids, like young, before I was even around, had stories about things like that. It's just like, it's crazy, just to think, like, it's not out of the possibility.
Well, I haven't seen anything before, but I've definitely, throughout my life, I've had 2 or 3 instances where I felt a presence without seeing anything.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
I've
had that. I've had that a few times.
Oh yeah.
It's like, it's like, but it's like that. That's just,
Well, I'm sensing it tonight. Like I said, I keep hearing footsteps, and it sounds like the footsteps are in this room. That's the weird part, is that I'm hearing in this room.
And I'm being serious. Like, they say you can bring that stuff home with you. Like,
it's possible.
I'm not saying you did, but I'm just saying, like, it's not.
Yeah, they've got a lift. Got a lift in the car. Or whatever.
Yeah. Got an Uber.
Got an Uber.
Fucking hell. You could
leave me alone.
Pay your own fare. Shit.
That's right.
It's a spirit lift. It's fine.
Yeah, right.
No, but they do say that. Like, you can go in and, like, carry stuff home with you, and shit happens there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, the general concept is if you don't actively engage, that you're fine. Like, for me saying just stop it, like, I'm not actively engaging. I'm just letting you know, knock it off.
Well, you're giving a direct thing, and as a little kid, it might listen to you because you're an adult.
Well, they do. Every time I say that, the footsteps stop at work. Anyway, it's not happening here, but at work, if I say knock it off, it stops. So, which is nice. And the voices at Barnes Noble, that stopped too. So when I would say knock it off, it stopped. But
I think the freakiest paranormal stuff I've ever saw was, well, we just in high school we would go investigate houses, messing around. There were supposedly people said they were kind of haunted or whatever like that. We saw some weird stuff. Like, we've been in one thing before, like an old schoolhouse we went into, and we were all down below, and like one point a door was closed, and then we looked again, it was open. Like, nobody had went up there. It was like kind of what just happened up there, but we were like, oh, fuck, we ain't going in now. Not that we see some shit happening.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. In college, we messed around with the Ouija board. Freshman year. So we had people doing a Ouija board, and we're doing it. And you're like, always like, oh, somebody's moving or whatever and everything. And one of the guys that was a freshman with this, he actually ended up dropping out, and he was in there playing a Ouija board by himself. And they were like, supposedly you're not supposed to do the Ouija board by yourself if you believe in the Ouija board type thing. And
I've heard some bad stories about them things.
Yeah, he kept getting freaked out because he said the Ouija board was giving him all these different things. And he was going in and saying this stuff, and he pretty much kind of lost it or whatever like that and everything. But then we had other people that kind of freaked out. And at one point, everybody started throwing their Ouija board because we had a few people that were playing Ouija boards in different dormitories, and everybody got rid of their Ouija boards. So people were just like freaked out. And we did it one time, and we were asking like who we were talking to, and his name came up or whatever. And someone actually went and pulled up the name out of like this Bible or whatever like that and everything. And they were like, "Are you blah blah blah?" And it was like kind of interesting. It was just, but I'm like, yeah. And we would always do it like a boy girl type thing because guys, we're dicks. We'll move our hands and we'll just try to fuck with each other like that. But usually girls don't do it that way. So you sit there do it. It was kind of like you can see the muscles in the hands, and it's like you don't see them really flexing or pushing like they're doing something. And you're not doing something, and it was just like, okay, I'm out. Like, okay, I don't know what's going on right now. Yeah,
see, that's what I was like. If my mom is watching, and maybe she is, Mom, if you're watching, type in the shit that you experienced back when, stuff I heard before she was saying they heard my dad.
Like with the Ouija board and stuff?
No, they're just like in the house my dad used to live in. They would say like all kinds of stuff would happen in the house.
Yeah.
So just as Rod started speaking there, I heard 5 footsteps leading from behind my monitor up to the top of the closet in the corner here. And it went upwards. And I'm on the 2nd floor of a 2-story house.
Don't look up, Mal, because somebody's scooting across the ceiling. We've seen that in a movie.
It was across the wall, and it went up there.
We watched The Ring, man. It's 3D, and the person started climbing out of the TV set.
Don't do it.
I gotta say that one freaked me out because there's no stairs that go up. There's like a crawl space above, but there's not like stairs that go up. Yeah. So I heard like stair steps almost towards the.
That's a good beer.
That's really a good beer. That big guy has there.
I can get that at the moment.
Yeah. That's a really good one.
That is the first Neapolitan stout I've had where you can taste like.
God, I think I've got a can here somewhere.
Yeah, you get all the flavors and stuff out of that one.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, you have it right there.
Yeah, there you go.
I had it recently, yeah.
Yeah, they have that one, and then they have like an imperial stout one, and then they have the white stout one.
I think I've only had the imperial. I don't think I've had the regular.
The regular one, really, for me, I think it's the best one.
I agree.
About £2 a can that is at the moment. Yeah.
Which would be like what over here, like $2.50 or something, or
something like that.
Yeah,
it's probably well, you're probably getting 4-packs over there, I'd assume. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they do the variety pack with the glass. That's what I got all 3 before. So yeah.
But you have a bit. But yeah, it's good.
That's probably the best version of a Neapolitan I've had from anybody. Is the one from Saginaw.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, paranormal shit's kind of interesting. When I was watching one of the YouTube channels, and the guy had like the 5 scariest paranormal things on TV, and you just don't know if they're ever real when you watch them on TV. And they're kind of just setting up. But the one guy was in a house, and it was him in there recording stuff, and he's freaked out, like the door closed and locked him in this like closet or whatever.
Oh.
And he's trying to get out of it, and he's like, he's sweating and everything like profusely. Like you don't know, like if it's real, like or if somebody's just screwing with them because they're doing it because of this whole show and stuff like that. And then he begged to finally get out. He finally got out. He just went beeline right out of the house, like, nope, I'm done. I'm just. And he said he won't even drive down that street nowadays just because that still freaks him out where that house is.
Did you see the J-pop one? Okay, the Japanese pop bands, like they have crazy followings, and they do like weird challenges with the J-pop bands and everything. This one boy J-pop band has like 12 members. And they set up this scary thing for Halloween where they would go through this abandoned building or whatever, and there were people dressed up as monsters who, if they found the people, they would be out, and the ones who survived would, it was just kind of a jokey thing. It was ridiculous. They sent them in groups of 3, and there were 12 of them, so 4 different groups. And you got to watch the video of them all going through the house. And each time a set of 3 went in, they would separate, and they were looking around and everything because they had to find like a key to get out or something, right? Key to escape, or there was one room where there wasn't a monster or a person dressed as a monster or anything like that in that room. It was just an empty old office room with filing cabinets and stuff. Each time a group of 3 came in, one of the guys would end up going to that room, and they would stop and they would freeze and they would look in the corner, and 2 of the guys bowed to someone in the corner. And you could see the whole room. There's no one in the corner, but they would bow to this person, and then they would walk out because they thought it was one of the actors, right?
Yeah.
This happened all 4 times.
They thought somebody was there. Nobody was there.
And there was no one in that room. And the guys who saw it, they were like, no, there was a lady in the corner. And everyone's like, there was no lady in the corner. You can watch the video. There's no one in the corner. You bowed to an empty room. What were you doing? And 4 different guys did this out of this group of 12. And everyone was like freaking out about it because they didn't know how the group before them did or anything like that. They were all separated because it was like a challenge, right? And I thought that was really interesting that 4 of them were like, oh, and then walked away. Yeah. They're like, nope.
That's interesting. Cheers, Bounty. Great to see you, my friend.
What's up, Bounty?
Yeah, no, we were talking about paranormal stuff, but the escape rooms are pretty popular and stuff too. But I don't know. So it's kind of interesting. It's interesting to question it. But
we live 20 minutes from the Waverly Hills Sanatorium, which I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that. It's supposedly one of the most haunted places in the U.S. Or maybe
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
So it was a TB hospital back in the early 1900s. So now these people bought it and they opened it up and they do tours throughout. And so we've been on a couple tours. And Rod, you know John.
Mm-hmm.
So we went on it one time. And they called it the body chute or the death chute or whatever. It's where they used to carry out the dead bodies so everybody else wouldn't see them out to the trains and them off. Right. So one night we were there, and it was before the tour. Go over and you can go down and look at the death tunnel or whatever and take pictures if you want. He literally just put new batteries in the camera and we walked over, tried to take snapshots of it and wouldn't take any pictures. So they would say entities draw all the power from your objects or whatever, your cameras, phones, whatever.
Yeah, static.
It wasn't 30 seconds later, he was just snapping all over the place. It was just okay, what's going on? I saw you put the batteries in and saw you trying to take pictures and nothing happened. So it is just weird stuff like that you hear about. It's just
weird.
Well, it was always so funny. Chu and I did our honeymoon in Scotland, and we went to a couple of cathedrals, castles, things like that.
Yeah.
We would walk into one, and there were times where I walked into one of these cathedrals or one of these castles. Like Stirling was one that hit me a little hard, but you walk in, and I felt so overwhelmed with things that weren't my feelings. I just there's a lot of stuff here.
Well, you can get cold patches and shit like that.
Cold patches too, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, castles are known for cold patches.
But yeah.
But I know what you're saying, yeah. So definitely had some interesting moments over in Scotland where we're in this pub, that's been there since 1720, and I'm like, I don't think I should drink here.
Yeah, when I used to live in Cambridgeshire, there was Ely Cathedral. That's notoriously haunted, and then there's a pub across the road, which is pretty much as old as the bloody cathedral and stuff like that. And that's supposed to be. They walk across the road from the cathedral into the pub and shit like that, and monks and stuff like that. So it's okay.
What was is when we went in those cathedrals, my husband's like, "What the heck is wrong with you?" Because I'd be sitting there going, "Oh shit!" I'm overwhelmed with all the things, and it's just dude, it's an old building. You're fine.
It's gonna
You're connecting. Yeah,
it's gonna have history in it. So time.
Yeah.
If anybody's kid gets sucked into a television set, call Mal so she can help you get them out. But
no, I'm totally telling those fuckers to go to the light. I don't want them back. Go to the light. See ya. Have fun. Bye.
The place in Cincinnati I'm trying to think of. I don't know if you're still there, Trez and I, or Todd. You may have heard about it, but it's called Bobby Mackey's. and it's a bar in Wilder, Kentucky that's supposedly haunted, has a history with there, and people have actually seen stuff. And actually, it was featured like that one of the paranormal activity shows
Yeah.
that they
Oh,
had.
wow.
And then people came out and did stuff, and the people said they would never go back there again because there was so much activity they were picking up there.
Yeah, yeah.
It was freaking them out and stuff. But
Cool.
they give tours and all that kind of stuff. And some people have been on tours and they said they've actually felt like it was activity. But you wonder, is it just in your head? Like you're thinking there was activity, or was there actually activity taking place?
Right.
Yeah. But like I know people that actually would go there who have friends that work there, because it was like 15 minutes from our house, and they were like, nobody would go to the basement by themselves. So it'd always be like in twos at least.
Yeah.
Like they would get freaked out on stuff. So yeah.
Has anyone heard of the YouTube channel My Haunted Hotel?
I have not.
So it's these three guys that bought this
They're here.
supposedly haunted hotel.
Yeah.
Nice. These three guys bought this supposedly haunted hotel in England and in the United Kingdom. What was Chester?
It rings a bell. That
H1.
does ring an actual bell. Yeah.
Yeah. So they bought this thing, and like people can pay to spend the night there, and different activities happen in different areas. But they have cameras out, so you sign on to, you sign on to stay there.
I probably won't.
Oh, you got to sign a waiver. You got to sign a waiver.
Yeah, you got to sign a waiver to stay there.
And pay as well. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I think like they warn you that all the rooms have cameras, so if you're changing, you have to go in the bathroom. Like they're very strict about those things, but like they attempt a seance one night, like over the weekend and stuff. But actually pretty interesting. They have a lot of weird stuff that seems to happen, so kind of cool.
Donnie said he would do it.
Yeah,
well,
I enjoyed
it, but then I probably wouldn't stay overnight. It's just like I'll probably leave by then.
So according to
don't ponder,
Google,
Shark. Don't ponder. Do.
What are you pondering for? The time where you're at, jeez.
According to Google, it's in Lower Bridge Street in Chester in the United States.
All right. Yeah, northeast.
So that's where it's located, but like you can try to get reservations and stuff there and see what happens. And
I'll probably pass, to be fair. But
have any of you?
No, don't be scared, Craig. Don't be scared.
Have any of you ever like took part like in trying to do a seance before?
No, I've never.
No,
I ain't going into that.
I didn't.
I've never really kind of like.
In college, we've been at a place where we tried to do that before.
I've never really been in that crowd where it's like,
Craig, I'm a people person. I get in all the crowds.
I get it, but yeah, I just. It's like having your cards read and shit like that. It's like, it's the same kind of thing.
Oh, look, it's Rajay. We know him.
I don't know.
Let's.
I just rather not know.
Yeah,
me either.
Honestly, I've experienced more than enough myself. I don't need to add to it.
Yeah, real life's been shit, so I don't want to know anymore.
It's more like
enough going on.
It's more like the inquisitive
exactly
side,
that.
just to kind of figure it, like what other stuff, because there's an inquisitive side of other things that may be out there that you're not aware of that you can.
I don't want to be aware. I don't want to be aware.
I would like to see something.
I want to know. Give me the lottery numbers. For that, I'm not interested.
Get Mega Millions ticket tomorrow, people. $1.25 billion.
Oh, we can't do that because it's your. Well, I don't believe you then.
Todd,
If I disappear for a while, you'll know.
Todd,
Very music coming back from a deserted island somewhere.
Yeah.
Todd, I hope you get to experience some of these things because I would love to hand it off to someone else.
I would like to.
But I will be open-minded with pay this. If you go to New Orleans, you'll find people that do the tarot readings, all kinds of stuff. I actually have a place down the street from me.
Tarot?
Was the
tarot?
dog
T-A-R-O-T?
Tarot.
I thought it was tarot.
No,
are we back to tomato?
No.
Potato,
tomato. They are tarot cards.
Potato.
That's what I said. Tarot.
Pecan. Pecan.
Tarot.
Yes, tarot reading.
Carrot.
Almond. I mean.
Oh.
But I do have a place out there where they have a sign in the window where they do a tarot. I'm like, I wouldn't go in and actually get it done, but They got enough that people probably do.
Oh, Shannon has several times, and we should be multi-millionaires by now. But
Yeah.
Well, exactly. So yeah.
Yeah.
You want to know something absolutely terrible? I have actually walked up to the front door of several future reader type places.
Yeah.
And I stood outside the front door for just about 30 seconds and then left. Because if the door didn't open for me, they weren't expecting me and they don't know what they're doing.
there you go.
Just stand
There
there.
you go. There you go. You know?
I've never actually been to like a future reader kind of thing before. I'll walk up to one if I'm like nearby. I'm like, oh, there's one right next door. I'm gonna walk over there. I walk up to the door.
Yeah.
If the door doesn't open, they weren't expecting me. They don't know what they're doing. I'm good.
It's like
That's
it's
good.
like one gets you read the paper, one gets hit by a bus. Oh, I guess they didn't see that coming. Must have not been good.
Oh.
Good job.
Oops.
Whoopsie.
Must have
Makes,
day off
it
yesterday.
makes sense now. You know?
Well, let me see
That's
here.
how you died.
Let's see. Hey, Sark said, how long you staying on? Probably not past 11 o'clock, so another 28 minutes at the most.
He's
So,
being strict.
That's
He's being
strict.
strict this week.
trying
Yes.
to work a new schedule. I screwed
Yes.
up on the Ouija before. I think you can't break the Ouija.
Well, he did it over his knee though, because the damn thing wouldn't move. So yeah, he broke it. It's not
Who's it?
moving. Bah!
Who was the rule of the Ouija? Like you had to do the you weren't supposed to ask it who runs the Ouija, and you weren't supposed to do something else. So like two rules you had with it.
Yeah, I've heard
And
this.
well, the other one's like you're not supposed to play by yourself because
Well, you weren't supposed to invite them to stay.
Yeah.
that's a vampire, right? Not to invite them in.
Oh, that's inviting them in. Inviting
Yeah, okay.
them to stay is different.
Okay.
You can hang out.
If you break a Ouija board and before the end, it's like they're with you. That's it.
Yeah.
You're stuck with them at that point. Yeah, they're roommates. They're roommates.
Yeah, you're just gonna
so.
have to move at that point.
Don't break that shit.
But can you move? If you move, they may follow you. Like Paranormal Activity, they follow them to the house, I think.
I mean, I've heard some stories. There used to be a radio station locally. Used to be like a paranormal hour, and used to hear
New
some
Orleans?
stories. And this is back in the '80s, late '80s, and when I was a kid, I was like, I'm listening to this shit. This is good. You know,
Yeah.
only a kid, but yeah, I was like, they're like, don't ever do one. It's like, but then you get all these stories, people phoning in, giving their stories, and it's like, this is
It's like-
scary shit.
I
Right
would
there.
love to hear what the profound experience in New Orleans was, because I was outside Madame LaLaurie's house and had a freak
Oh.
out once, and I would be interested to see what your profound experience was in New Orleans, Bourbon Bounty. I would be interested to hear that.
Sounds
You definitely,
interesting.
you definitely got a spirit experience. I mean, we actually drove by Anne Wright's house when we went down there years and years ago.
Ooh,
We
fun.
went on one of the vampire type tours. They took you through the city and told you different things. You know, they were
Yeah.
telling a story and everything like that and everything. But there'll be certain spots you would go to. You definitely
You feel wrong.
you can feel like there's like a presence and sometimes when you go
Yeah, I
to the
mean, I've had that feeling of a
cemeteries and all that
before.
kind of stuff.
Oh,
And,
I've only had
yeah.
it. I've only had it
Yeah.
about 2 or 3 times in my whole life, but
Yeah.
that's when you know it's like, yeah, this.
I'll tell you
Well,
what,
then-
outside of Madame LaLaurie's house, where they they did medical experiments on slaves there,
Mhm.
outside
Yeah,
of that
yeah.
house, 2 of the windows in the upstairs were boarded up.
Yeah.
Or not boarded up, they were bricked up, actually bricked up. And I felt chills. And it was like a 90-degree night. It was like July in New Orleans. It was warm out, and I had chills. Like every inch of me was covered in goosebumps. I was freaking out. So
Yeah.
I'm glad we got out of there pretty quick.
They're multiplying,
So,
but no, it's yeah.
It-
I've had it once in this house once, and
yeah.
yeah, before that was other where I live up in Cambridgeshire, funnily enough. So, yeah.
It seems like you feel stuff like where there's been some type of trauma or something like that. And everything,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's,
I don't
and
know.
I don't know if that gets into the head
I
because you
think
know
it's like
something's happened
emotions.
there and it kind of ties into it because, yeah, like the emotion, like you're tied to it because you
Yeah.
know something's happened there. Or if you don't know, you're feeling some stuff. That's a little bit different.
The thing is, I've not been thinking about anything like that once these things have happened. It's just like, whoa, what's
Yeah.
just out of the like that. It's like,
No, it's not your emotions though. It's someone else's, right?
I don't know. But
Leftover
yeah,
emotions from
I
someone else.
don't know. I have
But
no idea.
kind of all plays in together, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just weird. You pick up on it straight away. It's like wasn't even thinking that or felt that, and then all of a sudden, bang! It's like
I know.
Right. Like, yeah.
The surprising ones are the worst, honestly.
Yeah, well, that's 3 times I've had nothing else. I've not seen nothing. I've not heard nothing, really. But
Yeah.
weird.
Well, I don't recommend it. It's not the most fun, honestly. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
It's kind of frustrating sometimes. Like I'm trying to get shit done, and I'm like getting distracted. Oh my gosh, the footsteps! I mentioned footsteps. I'll be sitting there on my computer and I'm working and I'm working and I'm working on a schedule or I'm doing something that you have to really pay attention to, and I'm looking over my shoulder all the time because I hear someone walk in. I'm like, oh, one of the staff is here. I look over, there's no one there. I'm like, fuck, and I go back to work and I'm working and I hear the footsteps again. I'm like, oh no one's there. It's irritating. It's so annoying.
Well,
It drives me crazy because I can hear it, but it's like I don't know.
yeah, it's some weird. Like I said, I like the kind of the paranormal stuff. Just kind of think like things that maybe happened, but you just never know. You just never know, I guess. But I've been in scenarios enough that it's kind of like I'm kind of more curious about just because.
Right.
I like to have things add up. So I'm like, well, this doesn't add up too much if I do this or that. And sometimes you have to break apart from your regular belief to try to link it together because there's only so much that we actually know. I mean, considering humans use like 3% of their brain or whatever, like you have no idea other stuff that may be on a different plane or whatever. So
but, scientifically, where energy is created, that energy doesn't just disappear, right? That's the whole. If there's energy, that energy can change form, but it still exists. And though energy is generally considered, electricity or a lot of different things, I think emotional energy is an energy that that exists.
Yeah.
So why couldn't that emotional energy exist in a different form after that emotion is gone?
Sure.
It just makes sense to me, like that if these walls could talk, kind of idea. Like,
well, what if it's kind of like
around you absorbs your energy because you make energy all the time. You eat food, you create energy. Like that's how we work, and that energy can't just disappear.
To blow your mind, what if it's not actually ghosts you're seeing, but what if it's a multi-universe type thing? So maybe it's a parallel universe. Maybe there's shifts in there in the fabric, and you're seeing stuff from other areas that aren't on our plane, but on a different plane.
Yeah, I mean that's where Bigfoot lives.
Yeah, just putting that out. There's only some people see Bigfoot. It's on a different plane.
Well,
it's
I
not
know
an actual.
He swings by once in a while, but he actually lives in this whole community of big feet that are like
a Loch Ness monster. Loch Ness.
Too.
Yeah.
They have their own little space. They just swing by once in a while just to F with us, and then they head on back to their home.
I think I'm Rob. I'm Rob, right? Yeah. I got you, Bounty. I get called Rob so many times. It's hilarious.
I'm willing to bet.
I do all the time.
Where your name is Rob.
Yeah.
It's because I know a Rob as well. That's the trouble.
It all bounce out. There you go. It's all how you put it together. I know you did. I just like to mess around with it because it's always a typo, but it's just always funny. So
no, I say it though. You can't get away from that. It's just like,
But so it's kind of like it's the inquisitive side of my mind just to think what if other stuff is out there. Things. I mean, I'm not like a fully religious type person or anything, but I'm kind of curious.
Never mind.
Yeah, you're right, and it's just. Nope. I always feel like there's more than we actually know or what we actually see, and I'm just kind of curious about that. Because my own thing, like, what if you died? Like, you're kind of a spirit type. And I think that's when people have like deja vu, and it's like, well, maybe the deja vu is that, like you said, with energy, we're not energy attached to the body, but when we die, maybe that energy gets shifted. That energy gets shifted to somebody else.
Oh my god, my thing would be like, what if you die and then dead? Like you're like dead. Froze, and we waited.
But it's like you're in spots.
It wasn't just me. It wasn't just me then.
Your glitch messed up my brain, man. Like, what if we all die and then it's dead?
We're dead. What's going on?
That's because I'm giving.
We just waited.
I'm giving away secrets of the Matrix, and the Matrix is trying to cut me off right now.
I know. Like, hold on here.
Don't end with "what if we all died" and then your screen goes black. What happened?
Yeah, I just froze. Like,
I may be Neo. I may be.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know.
pinch myself to make sure I'm still alive. I was like, what just happened? I'm not sure what just happened.
Oh, that broke everything for me. Stop
Right,
that.
right now, Smith is coming for me.
You're literally upsetting my
Now there's
everything.
footsteps in the background.
Oh,
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
That was
yeah.
wild. That was wild. That was wild.
I'm
that
giving away
broke
too
my
much.
soul.
Yeah, I may
And on
disappear
that
here.
note,
Yeah.
Exactly.
But no, it's interesting. It's always. I never know where we're going on the show, so it's always fun to see where we end up at. But that was
Yeah, definitely
that was not discussion I had planned coming into tonight.
interesting.
Nobody-
Though.
going.
Interesting
This is
though.
what happens when it's IPA day, apparently.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Well,
Yeah.
National IPA Day. I mean, Theologic Curious, right?
scary.
There we
There
go.
might be a new religion there. Actually, I can get Shannon to ordain me in that. She can ordain me into that religion. That could be the new church that we could actually run the money through.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm trying.
Right. Rod, I'm gonna head off. So thanks for
right,
having me
bud.
on.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
definitely. Great to have you on as
Yeah.
always.
Craig,
See, Greg, it's always good.
Yeah, it's
Make
good.
sure you check out Craig Kemp Beer Reviews there, our great buddy.
Not much content lately, but
He
yeah.
comes to this. He comes to the state after I moved, so I didn't get to see him. So
Yeah, well, there you go.
summer's difficult, right?
That was on
Summer's
purpose.
difficult.
yeah,
I'm gonna come back at some point. Though, it'll be for a longer period of time, and
Yeah.
visit people and shit. So
I gotta get over there at some point too. We've talked about this. We need to plan. He was a little anxious last year about going overseas because of the whole coming out of COVID type stuff. But
All right.
we definitely need to get over there.
Well, Craig, if you ever want to come visit Chicago, Chu and I know how to
Yeah,
show
cool.
people around all the breweries. So
that'd be awesome. Yeah, yeah. I was there briefly on my flight back home, so I had to go from Cleveland to Chicago and then back.
gotcha.
We should do something around one of the big beer festivals.
Oh
Because
yeah.
like you're gonna have the what's it called
American.
coming, the Barrel Aged Fest coming later this year in Chicago
shit.
where Mal's at. She's got
Okay.
what's it called? It's called can't think of the
Fobab.
name. Yeah, Fobab. I mean, we do have Great American in Colorado as well that will take
It's
place.
the Festival of Barrel Aged Beer.
Yeah,
Wow,
and people
that
get
sounds
lit.
that sounds dangerous. Yeah.
I've
Oh,
seen
yeah,
pictures. I've
it
seen
is.
pictures of that. People get lit, like lit,
Oh, yeah.
lit. Like
They
lit
get
Craig. Lit Craig, you'll be in the ceiling, my friend. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
wow.
They're just-
That'd be something.
yeah. That would
Yeah,
be something to see.
It scares me just talking about it. It's just like legit. It's like there's nowhere to go if it's just stouts and
Yeah.
So I will say the brewery I work for had a West Coast IPA that they aged in Spanish cedar barrels.
oh shit.
And
Ooh.
so it was West Coast. You had the pine resin front, you had that sharp hop bite, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Once they aged it in the barrels, it mellowed it out a little bit. It was very smooth. But
Yeah.
after you sip the beer, if you breathe out through your nose, you smell like you just opened an old cedar chest.
Yeah, just that whole
It was so cool. We got a gold medal at Fobab last year for that one.
cool.
Ooh, that would be
It was
good.
so cool.
I'm always curious how barrel aged IPAs work. It's like drink
It
fresh.
was unusual, this one for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, I mean, they age too if you don't drink them fat. I mean, it just kind of.
Well, no, but yeah, it's just
affected. Yeah.
yeah. I was always been curious. Even like the
Yeah.
barrel aged torpedo that Sierra Nevada do. It's like
Oh.
Well, I hit it last week at the one I had from Other Half that was done with Weldworks and
Mhm.
the Veil, and I've got the other company that did Side Logic or Bottle Logic. It was freaking phenomenal. It's like when I share the review, you'll see it, but it was just like if heaven came down and got into a beer bottle. That's like what
Yeah,
this
yeah.
was.
I mean, I've
It was
had
so
one or two
tasty.
bottle logic in the past, and they've
Yeah.
been off the chain. Like, what's
Yeah.
this? You know, I don't mind getting drunk tasting that sort of shit.
No.
You
You're right.
know.
Well, that's how I felt
Okay,
when I
just
went to.
once.
That's how I felt when I went to New Holland for the first time.
Yeah.
Chu and I, we each got 2 flights. He got all Dragon's Milk, so he had 8 different versions of Dragon's Milk.
Shit, I've had
Um,
3, but But yeah,
Did
And
he
there
get the
were
Crimson Keep?
is that new?
Yeah, that's new.
It's
This
newer.
is. I'll pull it up here. New.
Right.
Yeah, newer.
No, when we went, the Crimson Key didn't exist.
Yeah.
But he had 2 flights of Dragon's Milk,
Shit.
and there was still one more version that he couldn't fit on his flights, so I had to give up one spot on my 2 flights for his last Dragon's Milk sample. I had to roll that bastard to the car, like, because these were all like 11-12%, and he had
You got to drive me home, you know.
he had 9 5-ounces.
But they were
and
flights.
11
They were little ones. They were baby ones. They were little flights.
Yeah, I rolled him to the car. It was really bad.
Rolled in.
No, I tried everything else they had, not
Yeah.
the Dragon's Milk. That was his thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you end up having? Did you have was the poet on draft there?
yeah.
Was that pretty good? Did you like that?
Oh
or-
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've only had it in a bottle, but I bet on
Heaven
draft
sent.
was pretty good.
Heaven
Yeah.
sent for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, New Holland's got some pretty good stuff there. They're definitely. If I'm in Holland, Michigan, that's definitely a spot I would definitely.
Oh
hit.
yeah.
I do want to get the bells at some point though, because it's all the stuff they're actually doing.
I've had a bunch. I had a bunch of different bells. I got a variety pack when I was over there. It was only a Walmart.
Was that the hearted? Did you get the hearted variety? The
Yeah.
double, yeah.
2-hearted, double-hearted, light-hearted, all the things. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Oh, big-hearted. That's the other
Yeah.
one.
I could never get that one.
Obviously, the regular one. They had the hazy hearted. Obviously, the regular.
Hazy. Yeah, that's the regular.
yeah.
And then
Two-hearted.
that one.
Hazy-hearted.
I had another one. It was an experimental IPA, but I think I've thrown the can. Doesn't matter.
Which does
Yeah.
remind me, they just released the Double Too Hard again, I think. So
Yeah.
the Double Too Hard is pretty good.
I see. I still want to try. Is it Hop Slam? That's that brewery, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Bell's. Hopsland's pretty good.
But,
People
but
like
it's
to watch.
a bit of a
Not
shelf.
everybody-
It's a bit of a shelfie, though, isn't it? Out there
Yeah,
now?
there we go.
It
You're
does last on
special.
shelf. Yeah, it does last on shelves for a while. I will say that because it's surprising. It used to not last as long as it does now, but now
It's
you
just one
see
of
it
them
back
bucket
up.
list beers. It's like,
Yeah.
Person.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emerson
Sorry, I
commented
just
on it.
realized the camera is showing off all my bruises that I didn't know I had. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm all bruised up.
The
We're gonna
ghosts.
just- yeah.
So, by the way, if you take a job in a brewery and you have arms like these that are like noodles and not like strong,
Noodles.
all of a
Noodles.
sudden you are covered in bruises because you're constantly moving half barrels and sixtels and cases of beer, and you don't even know you're covered in bruises. It just always happens.
Toughens your skin up a little bit, and
I'm
Yeah.
working on it. It's been
don't
years.
feel it anymore. Don't feel it anymore. You know?
Well, no, I don't notice them.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm apparently. Oh, yeah. There's some. Oh, this side's okay. I'm covered in.
Yeah.
But my legs are covered. Honestly, I've hit my shins and my knees with sixtels and kegs so much I just can't even.
Well, just
I
make sure you
covered
stay in
it.
good shape. Otherwise, the police may have questions for Chew. I'm
Yeah,
just
I
saying.
know, right? I know they're going to be checking in on Chew. He's going to be like hefting around half barrels
No.
himself at the.
That's what I
brewery.
tell Shane all the time. It's like she wakes up with bruises all the time. I'm like, call like police or CPS or somebody can come arrest me.
Anyway, Anyway, I'm gonna
Okay.
go because I feel like I'm doing a Blake at the moment. So I'll see you later.
All right, brother. I'll catch up with you later.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Definitely.
Lovely
Nice to meet you.
chatting with you.
Yeah, take care. Cheers.
JT opened another natty ice. JT,
Another.
Are
You
you
can
feeling
have
it?
more than one of those in a sitting? Oh my god.
Are
On
you feeling all
purpose?
right, JT? Just checking.
I'm a little concerned for your safety and health.
Members of a body, Craig. Yeah, yeah. JT doesn't. He doesn't usually get the natties as much.
I know. He's usually down in Dovetail when I see him.
Yeah. Which reminds me of natty. I haven't had the what was the natty one with the lemonade thing?
Oh god. The it was like the Freedom Natty or something. It was like the patriotic.
No, not that.
Buy
No,
one.
not that one. It was Natter Day.
Oh,
I haven't had one of those in a few years. When I first had them, I was really surprised. I was like, okay.
Is that the lemon pea or
the pink
strawberry,
lemonade,
whatever?
pink lemonade or strawberry or something.
Yeah. Those are actually pretty good.
Yeah, I was surprised by it. I was like, okay, we'll see.
I did get to try a pink lemonade seltzer and a cherry cola seltzer recently.
What did you think of those?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, a heck of a lot better than White Claw. So.
Yeah, a lot of the ones from the craft breweries are better than White Claw.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Way better.
Yellowstone Cadera is going to blow. What, 2 cases, 8 6-packs do you grab? You can have one have a movie to chill with Roseanne. What are they? Wait a minute, I got to go back here.
That's a
The
lot.
Yellowstone Cadera is going to blow. What 2 cases do you? What's the Yellowstone Cadera?
It's how Yellowstone is a big old volcano. It's going to blow.
Oh, it's a volcano out there.
Caldera.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't know it was
Where
okay.
the volcano blows from.
I don't know if it matters if it's going to blow. What cases you grab? You're pretty much ass is ash at that point, right?
Well,
Like,
I mean,
You can have one album, movie to chill with as it rolls in. What are they?
you know,
I mean,
honestly,
are we like
Album,
are we like Pompeii? Like, we're not going to try to get away. We're just going to stay there and just.
Rod J, you're going to be fine. It's me and Todd who are going up in smoke. We won't be there. But you'll have at least, I'd say, 4 weeks before you die. So, I mean, we'll be gone.
So
Wait,
2
two-
cases, a movie, and an album. What are they? Right?
Well, I got
Album
the movie and
and-
the album. I don't know the beer yet.
What 2 cases do you grab?
Hmm.
Natter Day.
Yeah.
I get 36 packs of something.
8 6-packs though. Yeah, because
Mm.
that'd be 2 cases.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, are we drinking like just drinking like there's no tomorrow? So maybe
Gonna be
1990,
mix and match.
maybe Prince 1999 is going to be the album because it's no tomorrow possibly.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And then the movie. Oh, what movie would you actually toss in? I was thinking of that one with Seth Rogen in them in it. The comedy when it was like the end of the world. What was it? They were trying to figure out if they're going to heaven or hell. Like,
Oh,
and some of them were getting plucked up to heaven, and some were like going to hell, and some were going to purgatory. They were like trying to, with all the stars in it. What was that? Oh, I can't
I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about.
I know what
but-
you're talking
Yeah.
about. I can't remember what it was called.
So, what's your cases of beer?
That's the hard part. Like, what cases of beer would you actually take?
Now, do we have to be specific on the brand? Because I know what styles I would take.
I think it's the brand. You
I think it's the brand that you would actually take.
Well, it could be. I'm thinking it'd be like a case of each. It could be maybe 2 cases, one of each.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I could do that.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it could be 8 different
I know.
6-packs. I'm not really sure.
I mean, if it's going to be hot for a while, I might take Oberon because it's a nice little wheat ale. But
Oh, Joe's sniping you right now.
but one of the local breweries out of Cincinnati, if it's going to be like the end of it, I'd probably take like the Mad Tree Galaxy High. I use Galaxy hops as a double IPA. I'd probably take that one. I'm not fully sold on the movie though. I mean, I said that one movie, but I don't know if that would be the movie. I mean, it might be like, what's the movie with the Aerosmith song and the Bruce Willis, the asteroid
Armageddon.
movie?
Oh,
Armageddon.
God. Why would you watch that? Because you know you're about ready to die anyway. So
Because in the
why
end, they make it. So maybe there's a little bit of hope. Maybe there's a little bit of hope in it, and I can listen to the Aerosmith song, you know. So it's like maybe I do that one there, you know. I don't know.
How about you, Todd?
I would do. Oh, go ahead, Mel.
No, how about you, Todd? I was asking.
I would do 2 Hearted Ale for a 12 or a case, and then probably just
Too
the
hard.
original Dragon's Milk of another case. So you have
Ooh.
like one of each. You know what
Okay.
I mean? Like a dark beer and a IPA or a pale ale. My album would be Doggy Style, Snoop Dogg. Doggy style.
Doggy style.
I don't know. I like it. That's a good one. That's a good album. I like that album. And my movie would probably be The Blind Side.
You love that movie, I tell you.
I do like that movie.
Yeah. Although I did think of another song. I don't know if I would go. I'm kind of torn between the Prince and the R.E.M. album with The End of the World on it.
I mean, you can't go wrong either way there.
I mean, Party Like 1999 or it's The End of the World as we know it.
Yeah, right. Very true. It's like, okay, all right.
I'm conflicted on those.
So I would do a case of Scarlet Fire from Tighthead. It's a lovely, lovely red ale. Beautiful. And probably a case of Arrogant Bastard.
Oh,
I thought Arrogant Bastard earlier.
I think I'd do a case of Arrogant Bastard. And then for the album, it would be 9 Lives from Aerosmith.
See, Aerosmith. There you go.
Yeah. And the movie would be Labyrinth with David Bowie.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
There's always a way out. It's all about the labyrinth.
Always. That's why I said the one Armageddon. You might pull it out in the end, you know.
Actually, my movie might be Shawshank Redemption.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Crawling through some shit there, though, son.
Yeah. Yeah, you went a whole new level with that one.
600 tall boys or 450. Yeah, I mean, you get that with the natty. I see what you're doing there. You know, we definitely tightened the belt a little bit with the cost of living right now.
Right.
The reason I agree to get paid on stage, so natty is the one you can afford. Yeah. It's not about what you want, it's what you can get. Yeah. You can't still reserve. Wings Gold, Wings Satan, and Little Bogman. Why would you go with the Still Reserve? But 2 cases of Still Reserve is that? Are you talking about the regular Still Reserve or the flavor Still Reserve? They got flavors now too. Little Big Man. Oh yeah, Little Big Man, not Little Bag Man. Little Big Man's the Dustin
Little
Hoffman
Bogman.
movie.
Little Bogman lives up in Scotland.
Yeah. 2 cases movie album. That's like half a day, right?
Yeah.
I know, right?
Stop being an overachiever, Jody. Jody's
a
an
movie
overachiever.
album in 2 cases, like your day's over. It's done.
Actually,
Maybe one.
Todd and I, that's just the right amount for us. That's about how long we'd last.
Yeah.
No, Rod J's going to have to plan a little more ahead.
I'll just really get drunk on Yingling. Yeah, that can work too. Literally crawling through it, right? Shawshank Redemption. And it's awesome. Much love for taking the time. Great seeing you. Yeah, definitely. Cheers, my friend. Emerson's always got those answers out there. They're kind of more of the abstract questions.
You're gonna have to DM me for that phone number. That's the only way.
You think.
Yeah, he's definitely got some good questions for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and get wrapped up here. But a great Thursday night as always. Thanks for everybody that hung out with us and appreciate you all. And always a good time. And then next week, I think I mentioned it last week, but there will not be a show because I will be traveling for work. So
boo, boo. No.
Yeah. I will be drinking probably.
Where are you traveling?
Cincinnati for work. So yeah, so we got our company conference. So actually next Thursday they're taking us to some place. So it would be like this new type of bar establishment where they have like the gaming. It's called Velocity Gaming, and you do like electronic games and all kinds of stuff, and they're running competitions, and it'll be a good time. I'm going to go out there and
you're
out there.
Them, aren't you?
I've already got people challenging me in cornhole because I whipped their ass so bad last year when I was there. I was dishing it out, like I like to pitch softball, right? I'm just dishing it out, like end up running a table on everybody. They're like, "When are you coming back? We're ready for you next year when you come back here." I'm all right. Bring it. I might start throwing some dollars down on the cornhole, like see what you got, son. So
throw down.
Yeah. We're gonna be at the Reds game next Tuesday night, so that'll be a good thing, and it'll be cool. So work's bringing me in, but then we'll be back the following Thursday after that to share some good things as well. So hopefully everybody has a great weekend and heads into the week. Bourbon says, I'm going to let y'all go with you guys, Bourbon. Cheers, everyone. Have a great weekend. You too, my friends. Safe travels. Rod, Mal, why not have a show on your channel? Yeah, have Mal. You can pick up the slate and run with it next Thursday. Mal's part of the crew, so she can definitely carry it over.
Good.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
I could put it
Todd,
on
will
my
you join me?
I could do it on my
Not a
channel.
bad
For,
idea, right? Todd,
I mean,
shut up.
I'm
Yeah,
not anything I know of, Mel. So
you
just
can
let
do it
me.
in yours. You can do it in, yeah, and definitely.
Rod, can you teach me how to use live StreamYard before then?
Yeah. You use
I,
StreamYard.
I
Yeah.
played with it a bit on our trip when we were all over the place, but I wasn't entirely sure what I was doing. I suppose I could try.
Yeah, it's pretty
I could do
simple.
that.
So yeah, so we can definitely have the happy hour there on Mouse channel next week, and I mean you'll have everybody around still, so however you want to feel,
Am I
and I
allowed
can
to call it the same thing? That's copyright or?
catch up with
I've
you on
never heard
also.
I've never heard happy hour used anywhere else, so I want to check if it's copyrighted or
Are
not.
you
No,
sure?
no, yeah, it's out there, but not always done the way that I do it. So
Fair, that's fair.
but yeah, so but
Yeah,
no,
that could be
thanks.
fun.
Yeah. So free to go ahead and do that, and thanks for everybody that tuned in. We'll go ahead and shut it out here and go from there. And then check out Mal again and Perfectly Meat Crafts, because you're going to be sharing some videos from the get together and stuff on your
Yes.
channel too that you're
I'm in
working
the
on.
editing process right now.
Tell
Yeah.
Shu to get us together and get those things out.
Yeah.
Well, he's not the editor. That's me.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought he did that too.
He's behind the camera. He directs, but he doesn't
He
edit.
does that for the
Ah,
60-second
okay.
sips and the Tuesday videos.
Yeah.
Those are his,
Okay.
but the other videos are all me. So
Gotcha.
And plus, you got to come back in 2 weeks to see what other footsteps, Mal, you may have heard, or
You're right.
things
Right.
with
No,
the
it all
child.
stopped after that one scary one. After the scary one, it stopped again.
Maybe they were leaving, and that's what you heard.
Take
you
some
know?
Maybe,
videos.
I guess.
Yeah, but we'll
It
find
was
out
a
about
little
that.
weird, though.
Yeah, the paranormal activity, paranormal strong with this one here. So we'll see what happens. All right, y'all. We are out. Y'all have a great weekend, and we will
Good
catch
weekend.
up with you soon. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.